pledge my Sundays to the Honolulu Blue, to the silver stripes and the soul of the blue crew. From the ashes of 0 and then 16 we rose with the chip on our shoulder that everyone knows. I stand with the faithful, the loud and the loyal, on Michigan soil where the battle lines coil. I pledge allegiance to the shield and the mane, through the lake effect snow and the November rain. One nation under God, moving the chains, with the fire of the city coursing through our veins. Hey, invisible spirit, upon them will crack. We got the whole league's targets on our back. Watch the war room flicker, watch the vision take hold, turning late round flyers into Detroit gold. He's the master of the board, the dealer of the deck, putting every expert opinion in check. Put every expert opinion in check. He doesn't follow trends, he creates the hook. Quiet in the room, let Brad cook. To the trenches we swear, where the dirty words.
All right, y'all. Welcome into the Lions Commanders live stream. Apologize about being late, man. This is all last minute. Get started here in just a sec.
Justice for the years of pain. No more same old lions, just the kings of the northern reign. I pledge my allegiance, my heart and my roar, to the team that we love and the team we adore. With kneecaps for breakfast and victory in sight, we're the Detroit Lions and we're winning tonight.
Well, this guy's been everywhere tonight. He got drilled by Jack Campbell again. Bam! Meets him right there, runs his feet. Jack Campbell wraps him up. Doesn't get any better than that. Textbook linebacker play. What the f*** I'm talking about?
All right, so I've been struggling all morning long just trying to get this game stream stuff ready. Let's switch it up for just a minute. And we'll get it all rolling. We'll get it all fixed up here in just a few. Might take me a little bit into the first quarter to make sure all of the coding is working properly, so that we get all the live scores and all the up to the date or up to the minute, down and distance and all that good stuff, or up to the second, excuse me. So anyway, how the hell are y'all today, man? Last week we had almost a record for this channel for a live stream, over 13,000 views. That's pretty damn good for this channel that doesn't do a lot of the live game streams. We do a few a year, but this year we plan on doing a lot more for the away games and want to do some giveaways and some things like that in the regular season. Would appreciate your support, man. Kindly, just subscribing is great enough. Like, you don't have to send in super chats or become a member would be great, but you don't have to do anything with it. Just subscribe. Like it, send it to a friend, share it with a friend, because I tell you what you're going to get here is solid football information. We don't play games, right? We're not into performative theater, and we try to stay away from the drama as much as possible. Drama always seems to find me, but that's just not what I'm about. So would appreciate it. Give us a subscribe, like it up, share it with a friend, and just enjoy the day, man. I was supposed to be there today. I was trying to give away a ticket to have somebody, join me, and then nobody claimed it. So I just said, you know what? I'm just going to stay home. It's just preseason, man. It's just preseason. It costs a couple $100 for me either way just to go, between parking, driving, time, time away. And I figured it'd be better just to do this, to hang out with you all today. Which honestly, I believe it's more fun anyway. Most days it's more fun. All right, I got a little bit of prep work done amongst all of this craziness. We are going to try to do some game audio, obviously. We will go to subscriber mode only here in a little bit, as we've got these bots up in here. So if you happen to get accidentally kicked out, then just do us a favor and like send us a post or something, or message us on Twitter at DFJ Sports or on Will Rock Jr., and just let us know, because it's not by purpose, but when we're handling these things, like sometimes people's names get mixed up. So game is at noon. And I was trying to find if there's any pregame stuff today. I must have missed it. I didn't see any pregame stuff at all. At all. But let me run through mine real quick. Once we get real close to the game, I got something that I'm doing a little bit different for the game streams. We're going to start kind of the way the game starts when you're there. So just having some fun with it. Make sure I got this thing loaded up real quick. All right, that should be good. I just need my touchdown thing. Where's my touchdown at? Man, I have so much stuff to add to this. It's not even funny. All right, but we got one more trial in front of us here. We got one more preseason game, and then we'll be fixed up. This whole thing will be all changed. All right, let me kind of run through what I got, man. So today, preseason game against Washington, it's given us another test. I mean, that's what this is all about, right? I mean, you're getting another test with your guys that you're hoping are going to make the roster. So we're going to play select starters today. Obviously, Jared Goff's going to sit. You probably won't see the likes of, any of the main guys out there. Altmaier's going to get the second half. Dobbs is going to get the first half. But the Commanders are also missing a large part of their offensive and defensive fronts right now. They're a better test than I believe what the Bengals were. So we're going to get a couple of different evaluations today. One, the Lions get legit NFL starter level work today by the Commanders starting as many of their starters as possible. And then after that, after the first quarter, it just becomes a roster game, right? It's just trying to figure out who fits and who's playing well. Washington's 1-0. Obviously, we're 0-1. Could care less about preseason. Could really care less. Dan Quinn, again, said that a good amount of their starters will play today. Obviously, we already know the Lions half of that. Juice Scruggs is going to get a big shot at center today. We need him to play well. Seth McLaughlin still needs to do what he does, and he needs to get better. He absolutely needs to get better. Marcus Mariota is out today with an MCL injury. So I'm not even sure who their backups are yet. I haven't looked. But Derek Moore, man, he's expected to make his preseason debut finally after missing last week's game with that groin injury that kind of sidelined him for about 10 days. And then for the Commanders offense, Jaden Daniels is supposed to play from what I heard. So that's the best quarterback that we're going to see all preseason. And even if Daniels only plays like a series or two, it's that mobility that forces us to, really keep him bottled up. And I think that this is a great test now for Calvin Shepard and the Lions' new defense, because we're running this nickel defense now. And last week, 70% of the snaps roughly were in nickel defense. What was the main problem in 2024's, playoff game, right? It was the fact that we didn't bottle up Jaden Daniels the way that we should have. We didn't play a spy. We blitzed them consistently. Now I understand, like, a lot of injured players. There's not much you can do about it. But, man, Aaron Glenn should have had a totally different game plan in that game, and he did it, man. He was too loose, blitzing too much, sending too many players, and then that really opens up the zones, and they can just pick you apart, especially with the RPO type system that they run. I mean, Jaden Daniels has options after options, and we got picked apart, both in the run game and the pass game. So this new nickel defense is going to give us a real opportunity now to see, can our edge rushers, contain him? Can they, not run past him? Can the interior rush create it, or bottle up those escape lanes, or is he going to create escape lanes, right? Can the secondary stay connected after the original, play starts to break down? Those are all the real questions that we're evaluating today. And so Washington can also put some real receiving talent out there. The Terry McLaurin, Stephon Diggs, Chiga Gwankwo at the tight end position, all really good players. So for the Lions secondary, this is a really good matchup. What I'm looking for out of the secondary is obviously that motion communication, outside leverage, scramble drill coverage, route exchanges, and then the open field tackling. I think that Keith Abney, he's really showed in this last preseason game and throughout camp just how good he is in open field. So this is going to be a great test for a young guy, going up against some pretty elite offensive players. So I'm really excited to see what he does today. You're going to have Keith Abney, Christian Izien, Roger McCreary, Nick Whiteside, and the other depth corners that are going to get, a lot of reps today. And I think it's going to create a lot of valuable, opportunities, obviously, for Kelvin Shepherd to make some decisions here. When you look at, the other side, I think that the most important, or possibly one of the most important full game matchups, Catrone Allen and Robert Henry Jr. for Washington. Catrone Allen last week carried 23 times for 85 yards and a touchdown against Miami. And Robert Henry added 75 yards and a touchdown on 12 carries. So they really emphasized the run game last week. And against the nickel, where a lot of people think you can't bottle up the run, it's going to be a great test. 160 yards on the ground and 2 TDs on the ground last week for Washington. What are the Lions going to do today? Because stopping the run, being physical, that is the key to being able to play more of a zone nickel defense. Because if you can't stop the run, you're going to get picked apart. Washington is missing Rashad White today, Ja'Cory Croskett-Merritt, and Jeremy McNichols. So those two that I just mentioned, they're going to get a lot of work. And that puts, our young front seven directly under a microscope today. Joe Bacci, the run fits for him. Eric Hunter, huge day for him in assignment discipline. Skylar Gill-Howard, that interior anchor. We've seen the speed. Now we need to see what he does with gap control. Same thing for Tyree West. And then Eric O'Neal in that edge containment. Can he do it? Can't just have all the highlight, plays like in practice. We need to see all of it, right? Washington's offensive line versus our pass rush today. Look, Washington's without starting left tackle Laramie Tunsil and center Nick Allegretti. So that's a weakness, obviously, for them. But how can we take advantage of it? It's going to create a lot of extra work for Brandon Coleman at the left tackle position and then Matt Golbin at the center position. And I expect Derek Moore to be one of the most important factors on the field today, taking advantage of that tackle position. Moore has been one of the defense's hottest pass rushers since he returned. Now, it's been in practice, right? We need to see it in the game. Practice is practice, right? We talking practice? Yeah, we talking practice. So I want to see him off the edge, inside at the 3-tech when they roll him in, stunts and twists. How fluid is he? And then that speed to power and turning those combos into, a very valuable rush attempt. We got about 7 minutes to go. We'll be transitioning here in just a few moments. I want to see whether Moore can play on first and second down. Can he set the edge, right? Can he hold outside leverage? Can he win with power? Can he tackle, right? Can he counter, with an inside move? And then can he keep that rush lane discipline? All essential, valuable things for a rookie to develop quickly. Obviously, the Lions want to see it too. For Skylar Gill-Howard today on the interior, look, he generated 3 pressures against Cincinnati, and he had a hell of a game. Not a lot of people were giving him a lot of credit, but I think he's woken up some Lions fans and the media and the pundits and all that good stuff. I am going to be going to subscriber mode here in just a little bit. I don't know if we have any mods in right now, but let me see. Do we have any mods in? We got Trace. Well, she's busy right now. So if you want to be able to hang out today and be able to chat, you got to make sure that you're subscribed, because I will go to subscriber mode, and then these idiots have to subscribe if they want to continue to, to pressure the chat. Where was I? Skylar Gill-Howard, right? He gets a big test today against that offense. Already shown that, that they can run the football. So this is where I need to see him perform against the run. We've seen the speed, right? We've seen the flash, and now we need to see it turn into, something better, right? We need to see it turn into something that is, more vicious in the run game. Being able to double team, and anchor down against the double team, be able to hold that gap integrity. Hand placement is going to be key today. And then those interior counters that we're waiting to see. He had a really nice move against the guard last week. And look, pressure gets attention, man. Run defense is going to get him on that roster in September. I guarantee you, if he plays well against the run today, I think it's all but a lock for Skylar Gill-Howard. Let me get this game up here. Make sure I don't miss anything. All right, give me just a few minutes here, and we'll get rolling. I have a lot more we can talk about during the game too, but I'll try to do a little bit more play-by-play. I don't know if I'm going to be doing game audio all the time. I have never had a problem, but I don't want a problem. And I just need to make sure that I don't have an issue here. All right, I'm going to subscriber mode now. So if you want to chat, then you're going to have to go to subscriber mode. And I'm going to back it up to at least 10 minutes, so that'll give us some cushion. All right, Dennis says, in a passing league, our corners have always sucked ass. So somebody needs to drop kick Brad Holmes. Dude, I don't know about all that. Our corners haven't sucked, bro. Our players are injured, right? I mean, what are you going to do when you don't have... Let me ask you the question. If you don't have any of your front seven but Jack Campbell on any team, how do you expect those corners to play? How do you expect those safeties to play? Just saying. Tell me how. You got to understand the game, the full game, not just looking at things under, a microscope at one position. You have to understand how everything blends together. And I'm not saying you don't, but when you look at how our DBs and our safeties have performed, matter of fact, last year, our safeties were all in like the top 15 of the league. Harper, Maddox, and then that was after injuries, right? And after those guys were just getting an opportunity to play. All those guys were like in the top 15 of the league when it came to passing. And they did a hell of a job. So I would say you're 100% wrong. And I think it all depends on what's going on the front seven. But that's your opinion. But yeah, that's your opinion. All right, so before every game, we're going to kick it off a little bit different, and we're going to do that right now. So let's bless America, man.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly
twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, let's do it, man. We're going to get into this game today. Lions Commanders, let's roll.
Bonus to hammer the under.
Did you win?
Well,
Let me get into the live part here. We got kickoff coming up. Man, this thing's ridiculous. What just happened? What just happened? I don't want this channel. There we go.
Here in preseason game number 2. And we are so happy to be with you once again.
Man, Skylar Gill Howard's getting these guys all amped up again.
Jay Lang, Patty Cesarini.
All right, I'm gonna turn this down for just a moment so I can get a couple of things fixed. Get this noise gate turned off. That was problem number 1 last week.
Remember what it's like on game day, because no matter how hard you try and practice, I know they're not doing joint practices to simulate that feeling that you have on game day. You can't, it's impossible. So for a lot of these guys are going to get a lot of valuable reps here, kind of that first stepping stone that we're going to see a lot of these starters play today, and just trying to build that foundation leading up to the regular season.
Especially with the chemistry on an offensive line. You just have to have those reps, and we'll watch that a lot today.
You have to, and especially Coach told us, look, they're
All right, welcome in, everybody. Again, if you guys want to be able to chat today, unfortunately, you got to do subscriber mode. That's because we don't want the bots, man. We don't want you guys to accidentally click something. Do not click links in the chat. They are not from us. Nightbot is me. And then anything from a blue moderator, those are good. But anything outside of that, please don't click, because I don't know what they are. And we just don't want anything bad to happen to your phone or your device or whatever.
And we're going to get a chance to finally see the second-round pick, Derek Moore. And he is a guy that I know Coach is excited about what he can bring opposite Hutch, not only when it comes to pass rush, but when it comes to stopping the run. And then DJ Wanham is another guy.
So let me know in the chat, man. I put a couple of things in, who are the most important players for you to watch today? We're looking for improvement over last week. We're looking for first-time players. Who are the most important players that you're looking out for? And then help us reach 14K today, man. Ads will be turned off once we do. I do dial ads way back as it is, because this is a long stream and you don't need to be punished. So this channel's not all about money, man. We're all about the fans. We're all about the community. And we're all about delivering, good, wholesome quality content. I am NFL credentialed. I do have NFL credential access. So I am able to get into, certain things, combines, drafts, any NFL event, Super Bowl, you name it. I can do it. And it's been a fantastic ride so far. Next year, I will be applying for a Lions beat reporter credential. and they're very difficult to get as an independent. There's 2 independents right now that are allowed to do it, and that's because they worked with a major news desk for a while. So we'll see what the Lions say, man. Very few teams allow it, but there are a few, and I've already committed that I'll stay over there for an entire month so I can be there every day. So if you have an extra bedroom, a closet, just let me know, man. I'll just put the sleeping bag in. I'll be good. Just kidding. Just kidding. We'll find a place to rent. I forgot to put make the timeout thing, and I don't see the clock running yet, so the game must not be live just yet. I don't see the down and distance yet, so if those don't pop up, I'll just have to recode it. And I don't know why it says 4 freaking timeouts on my. You got to be kidding me. It says 4 timeouts on my thing. Let me fix that. I'll put game audio back on here in just a few moments. It's not a commercial. I guess while we're on commercial, I'll keep running through a few things here. A couple other things that were on my mind as far as some of these matchups today. Obviously, ball security is a big one for us. But things to watch for Juice Scruggs, man, and Seth McLaughlin versus Javon Kinlaw today. Scruggs is getting his first game work today. And I think it's going to be critical, for him to overtake Seth McLaughlin, that he has a real opportunity. I mean, he is the center. McLaughlin is fighting for that opportunity. So we need to see him protect the ball, make the calls, right, communicate with the guards, and just look comfortable. The snaps between the quarterback and the center have to be clean today. Can't see anything on the ground. And the same thing between Altmaier and Scruggs, or, actually, they probably won't play together. McLaughlin and Altmaier, all those things have to happen today. But my biggest question for you would be, who do you feel is going to win that room? Do you think it's going to be Dobbs? Or do you think it could be Altmaier? And if you think it's Altmaier, hey, DJ Reed's going to get the start. Look at that. If you think it's going to be Altmaier, we'll go back to game audio. Here we go.
With Cade Mays now being out with an injury, Scruggs will have to step in and compete at center. And he's played center before, both professionally and collegiately throughout his career. But right now, it is all about.
Yeah, I stayed home, Eric, man.
Coach Dan Campbell said
I wasn't
it's
feeling
really
it, brother.
Just about him getting up to speed with Goff.
I couldn't give a
some of
ticket
our
away
calls
either, so.
And being on the same page with the guards. And by the way, this move to center was no surprise to Scruggs. He had a conversation with offensive line coach Hank Fraley when he first got here, and he told him then that he'd potentially play multiple positions on this offensive line.
Well, and that's what you need to do for Dan Campbell, right? And this entire group. Dave Phipp is part of that too, the special teams coach. You have to be able to contribute in multiple ways to make this roster very likely on the back end of it.
Yeah, and it's a very.
Just let me know in the chat if the audio is like too confusing between me and them.
This is the best they've felt top to bottom, I think, in the 6 years now that they've been here. And if you're one of those guys that's battling, and look, it's not only for a spot on this.
All right, here we go. We're going to have kickoff here in just 2 seconds.
There's 31 other teams watching this film. So the more you can do, the more versatility you can have, that's going to add value. It's going to keep guys like that. It's going to be hard to keep.
Lions set to receive, and there's the
Here
kick.
we go. Preseason game number 2. And Tom
Looks like
Kennedy
Tom
back
Kennedy
to
gets the
receive
reception,
kickoff
and
for
he's
the
going to get
Lions.
tripped up right about the
Washington won
23-yard
toss
line.
deferred, and the Lions will set up shop.
It's one of the things I did not want to see from Tom today, man. He's got to make better
The
decisions with that
ninth-year man
football.
out of Tennessee, who Dan Campbell said they've always loved watching him
All right,
from
Dobbs.
afar when he's been in other places, in part with Drew Petzing, the offensive coordinator for the Lions. Josh Dobbs, a cerebral quarterback who's got a lot of time under his belt in this league.
He's got experience, and you don't just wake up and roll out of bed and play 10 years in this league, especially at the quarterback position.
All right, come on, guys,
unless
let's
you know
go.
what you're doing. So we obviously know today is going to be a lot of vanilla things, probably play actions, 3-step drops, but just fun. Execute the offense that Drew Petzing wants to call.
Behind an offensive line.
Here we go. Nice little run there for about 4 yards. Ahead of you, Sailors.
But we will see quite a bit of the starting offensive line as Sailors on the carry there.
What just happened to my screen?
Players to watch brought to you by MGM Grand, TJ.
And they're looking for a starting center. We obviously know Cade Mays is going to be out for a couple weeks, probably into the middle of October. So Juice Scruggs getting the first snaps here with the starting offense. And then Christian Mahogany, another guy that is in a position battle at that left guard spot. The coaches say, hey, we want him to be the guy. We just need to see a little bit more consistency.
All right, Dobbs under
Great
center,
opportunity for these two
snap,
guys to show
and
what,
it's going to be
coaches
play
what they
action
can do.
pass. Dobbs under pressure right away, and he fumbles the ball. He got crushed. Ball still loose. Lions going to recover in the end zone, and it looks like Washington took it away, but I don't know. They might call that ball down.
For a touchdown, Commanders. Amik
Flag on the
Robertson
play.
knocked it free, and Joshua Josephs got on top of it for the score. We'll check the marker.
Yeah, and it's going to be on the Lions, so that's going to stand. It looked like either a legal
Golly, man.
formation.
Illegal formation to the offense. The left tackle.
Well, then that play can't count.
The play results in a touchdown.
That play should have been blown dead.
At the outset, control of the football, no turnovers, and then the offensive line here sees a big hit on Dobbs.
Yeah, and that just can't happen. I don't know if that was a miscommunication. First of all, you can't line up incorrectly if you're, I'm not sure who they called it on, either a wide receiver or the tight end, but that's going to drive coaches crazy. Alignment is always the first key, and then certainly the protection, not good. That was our key to the game, Jason. Number one, ball security. Turn the ball over, sack, fumble.
I'm going to go back, take a look at that.
Tough way to start a game.
Dan Campbell.
Freaking giving up 7 points right away. Unbelievable. What did I just say about ball security, man? I mean, that was absolutely pathetic, what I just witnessed. Borum didn't do shit. And who was the tight end? Who was the tight end on that? Oh, my God. It was Brock Wright. Brock Wright was supposed to do a release, but he completely just let his guy up. Unbelievable.
The first usually 10 to 12 plays are going to be scripted. You go through walkthroughs, you sit in meetings, you talk about, hey, where do we have to be? Alignment, execution. To have not only an alignment issue on the second play of the game, I guarantee that's what he's most upset about right now. And then obviously with the sack fumble, look, turnovers are going to happen. Devastating ones where it turns into 7 points for the other team are the ones that are really going to hurt you. Obviously.
For sure. But, turnover margin can fluctuate year to year. You saw what the Bears did and how successful that made them last year. But it's why you isolated that as a main point to watch today, because it's a signal of other things.
It could be the key to the game every single time you take the field. Turnover battles. That's the number one things that every coach is going to talk about when you hit that meeting room on Monday or Wednesday.
All right, we got our second chance. There goes Tom Kennedy. And he just ran right into the back end of his own guy. Wow, we look like shit, y'all.
If you're on the offensive line,
look terrible.
After that start, where does your mind have to be, TJ?
Well, we got to communicate a little bit better. I don't think there was a blown assignment, so to say, on that last play. It's just maybe some guys, losing an edge and getting beat one-on-one. But it's got to be, okay, guys, sharpen up now. Okay, this is real. This is not practice, right? And for a lot of these guys, it's their first snaps getting in a year, right? You look at Tate Ratledge and Juice Scruggs. These guys didn't play last week. So it's got to be a little bit of a wake-up to we got to get going.
We got to play action. Dobbs rolls out. Hits Brock Wright on the right side for about 1.5 yards, man. It's not a very efficient play.
Yeah, I like Drew Petzing coming back with a play action pass. A little counter pull the right guard, Tate Ratledge out, show those linebackers a little bit of action, try to slow their eyes down, and good to see Brock Wright healthy again, too. I know they're going to count on him a lot. They really missed his blocking.
Juice Scruggs so far is not looking great.
In the second half of the season
He's let up a couple of interior blocks pretty easily.
Certainly the blocking as well.
Lions run a power up the middle, and Sailor's going to get pushed forward for about 8 yards.
And he will be about a yard short of that first down marker based on the far side official. This offensive line, talking to Dan Campbell about Ratledge in his second year, Blake Miller, who he feels like had no choice but to get better against Hutch over and over and over again.
That's a tough battle. When you're going against a guy like Aiden Hutchinson, I had to do it early in my career going against guys like, Clay Matthews and Aaron Campman, who was an incredible defensive end, and they're just valuable reps. You can't get too high, you can't get too low, but he said he loves Blake Miller.
And we got a quarterback keeper by Josh Dobbs for first down.
Snap or maybe,
all right,
maybe a bad
good way to come back.
Bad series against Hutch. He's going to make a lot of guys look bad, Jason. Nice pick up there. I love the little QB sneak.
You like
wake him up a little bit. Yeah, wake him up a little bit. Let's go, because that's a play as an offensive lineman. You just tee off. You hear
they need to get these offensive linemen pissed off, man. They need to run some of these power plays right now that is going to get these guys motivated up front.
A little bit where you can't avoid contact on those quarterback sneaks
for the receivers.
All right, first and 10. Dobbs under center again. It's going to be a handoff to Sailors up the left side. Decent. I'm sorry, that was small. Decent movement for about 3.5 yards.
Lovely Memphis down in Tennessee. As we know about Jahmyr Gibbs. Isaiah Pacheco is still dealing with the injury, but there is some room in the running back area for who's going to be that 3.
No doubt. And Jacob Sailors was a guy that impressed enough last training camp to earn himself a spot on this team. And you're going to need 3 guys. You're going to need maybe 4 or 5 guys. We've seen that the last couple years. I know Craig Reynolds is no longer here, but he's a guy that they relied on.
Josh Dobbs is back his shotgun. Snap. Small picks up a good block, pass over the middle, just a little bit high to the outside for Tay Martin. Martin was open.
In training camp, and it'll be 3rd down for the Lions.
I couldn't tell if that was maybe rushed or maybe Tay Martin. Oh, man, yeah, I think if he's going to watch that replay, if you want to nitpick, looked like he ducked a little bit. Sometimes we know that's a dangerous area of the field when you hear those safeties coming down. I think that's one that Tay Martin's probably going to look back and say, hey, I got to go make a play for my quarterback.
Especially if
all right, we got 3rd and 6 in shotgun. Tay Martin to the right.
3rd down.
Tesla up top. Dobbs is back. Good protection. Dobbs got to move. He's got to move. He's got to find somebody. And he throws a pick. Unbelievable. Nobody's open, man. He's got to get rid of that football.
Man, feels like 24 again. He had that pick 6.
Yeah.
2 years ago, last time they were here.
Yeah, and let's take a look at it. I thought the initial protection was pretty good, pretty solid. Josh Dobbs didn't see his first read open. That's dangerous when you throw weight across the middle.
I was just going to say the same thing, TJ. You cannot be making a pass across your body like that in the thickest part of the field, man, which is just a terrible set of downs there, man. Did not look good. Does not look organized. He just does not look comfortable. He's not finding his guys. All right, I'm going to take a tiny break, and we'll be right back. Actually, no, I won't take a break. I'm trying to do some stuff in the background, so if I'm quiet, I'm just trying to get a couple of things fixed. My timeout buttons aren't working, and I don't know why. So I'm trying to fix it. Everything else looks like it's working, though. Oh, we got someone that wanted to subscribe to decide to throw in a streamer. What a dumbass. Well, what are your thoughts so far, man? Dobbs doesn't look comfortable. Offensive line doesn't look good at all. At all. I mean, there was some good protection there for a moment, but guys just don't look like they're in sync at all. Dobbs has to make better decisions. And, if you go back and please do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed to DetroitFootballJournal.com, it is free. That is where I do all of my breakdowns, put up articles every week. Throughout the week, we'll do full breakdowns, pregame huddle, postgame, pregame, everything. So I'm going to write it, and then we're going to talk about it every single week. We'd love to have you join. It is absolutely free. You do not have to subscribe and pay. But I am giving out at least a 30-day free trial for anything that is paywalled. And beyond that, I am also giving out random year subscriptions, which I gave out a couple last week. Ooh, Lions get in some pressure right away, causing the quarterback to throw it away.
He had to bail and get rid of it. Devin White was closest to it.
Yeah, nice little pressure there. Devin White going to come on the inside. Derek Moore, look at those. I like the bull rush there, right? Collapse the pocket. Don't give Jaden Daniels. It's so tricky to rush against quarterbacks like this because if you make one wrong move and you let up that edge, you let up that contain, he can really hurt you with his feet. I love the pressure there from Kelvin Shepard sending Devin White right through the A-gap to really not give Jaden Daniels any options.
Eighth-year man out of LSU, Devin White. A veteran in this league.
All right, we got 2nd and 10.
Pick by Tampa Bay.
No, it's now 3rd and 20. My screen's behind. Lions got pressure again, and he goes down.
Swallowed up all the way back at the 39.
All right. DJ Wanham.
Crashed in.
That's a heck of an awareness play from DJ Wanham on the backside. He's not going to.
That's a crash right. Wanham comes in off the backside.
Beats the tight end, and that's what you have to do as a defensive end in this league. If you want to
I love it, and we had a free rusher on the play too.
Respect on your name. You have to absolutely refuse to be blocked one-on-one by.
Maddox was coming in off the left side, so no matter what, if contain broke, Maddox was right there to clean up the play. I'm loving what I see by this defense of Calvin Shepard.
Washington into a really 3rd and long situation here.
30 career.
That is a big-time stop by that defense.
Handoff is going to be a delay up the middle, and he's going to go down.
Some of it back to the original.
It's going to be 4th down.
Plus a yard. All right. It's football season, so I'm supposed to ask you decision time. Are you going for it?
Not on 4th and I think it's 9, maybe just shy of 10. Call it a 9.5, but. No, I think, if you're Washington, if this is regular season, you think you're feeling pretty good about your defense right now with 2 takeaways
for sure
in 7 plays, I think it is. So
I just haven't gotten to ask somebody that in a while. Are you going for it? If I ask Andy Dirks that, he'll look at me very confused.
He'd be a little bit shocked.
Tress Way, the 3-time Pro Bowler, to boot it away for Kennedy off a fair catch at the 10. It's a 39-yard punt, no return. DJ Wanham drives the Commanders back, and the Lions will have it after this.
Service professional.
All right, thoughts so far, man. Defense picking up right where they left off. Man. I'm loving this Calvin Shepard defense, man. He's really changed, the tempo, and I'm just going to toot my own horn for 1 second because this is exactly what we were asking for the last couple of seasons, man. More nickel, more free rushers, start to put guys in position to win without sacrificing, right? Without sacrificing your leverage. And so far, Calvin Shepard is found ways to win, and we're getting interior pressure, man. We're getting interior pressure, and we're getting exterior pressure. So he's found a way to win, and we're winning. We ain't winning the game right now, but it's all right. This defense is going to be dangerous this year. It is going to be one of the hardest groups to cut. I just don't see how, we're going to be able to get rid of some of these guys. But man, on the offense right now, there's a lot of questions in that offensive line. Mahogany really needs to play better. He does not look like the same Mahogany that he was last year at times, and honestly in his first season. But again, if we're wrong on Mahogany, The question then becomes, is it because he was a late round draft pick? Is that the case? Did Brad Holmes, maybe not do enough because, he thought that Mahogany was going to work out? I mean, they're all real and valid questions. Should he have done something different? Should he have spent more assets earlier in the draft? And if you've been hearing me all week long, I kind of said exactly that these are things that Brad Holmes, I think he needs to invest a little bit more into the trenches. Here we go.
Fans are going to have fun on that trip. Get something going here on offense.
Josh Dobbs will hand it off.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Very small, breaks through for about a 12-yard gain on first down. Nice run.
Tackle by Leo Chenal, who just came over from Kansas City.
And nice job by Blake Miller on the backside there, digging out the 4 technique. It's really hard sometimes to run on a 3-4 defense between the tackles just because there's so many bodies in there. You have to funnel it to the middle linebackers, but the double teams are so important, and you're always going to have a one-on-one on whether it's front side or back side. That time, really nice job by Blake Miller. Still
the handoff off to the right side. That's going to get bottled up right at the line of scrimmage.
He played 3,778 snaps at Clemson. That's a Tigers record all time. He also didn't miss a game in 4 years of high school football. So he's a rookie, but he plays all the time.
Yeah, well, that's good for really 2 reasons. Is you can stay healthy, right? If you're playing that much football, and second of all, the experience that comes with it, and to be able to play right tackle. Look, especially in high school and college, a lot of the top guys play left tackle, but for Blake to be that right tackle and still be the caliber of player he is, I know they're super excited with what they've seen from him throughout the first couple of weeks of training camp.
Dobbs shotgun snap.
Empty. Dobbs,
man, that was a late throw, but
got it complete to the
complete.
26, and it'll set up 3rd down once again.
He's staring him down the whole way through.
Junior there. The draft class.
I'll be into the chat just a moment. I'm about 5 minutes away from being done with this.
Skylar Gill Howard, the 6th-round pick out of Texas Tech, has drawn some rave reviews from Dan Campbell.
You can't go a day without Dan Campbell mentioning Skylar Gill Howard and the effort that he plays with, and not only in practice but preseason. He said the favorite play he had against Cincinnati last week, was Skylar Gill Howard chasing down the quarterback on a 3rd down to force a punt.
All right, Dobbs is back, and he finds an open receiver over the middle. That's going to be complete for about a 20-yard gain.
The former Boise
Cedric Johnson.
Gain of 17 and a Lions 1st down.
There we go.
You mentioned it, Jason. Starts with the protection. Josh Dobbs, he knows he's got a one-on-one with his guys.
I will have some more sound effects than that. I just don't have them loaded up yet.
Dobbs. I know it can frazzle a lot of quarterbacks.
I didn't plan on doing this today.
Fumble touchdown. Then you come back and it's interception. Okay, there's nothing we can do about that. Put it behind you. How can you rebound? How can you keep moving this thing forward? That's a really good job by Josh Dobbs.
Dobbs is going to go back to play action, and he's just going to throw that one away.
Man.
I need to get that ball down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Somebody's down. It looks.
Cedric Johnson is down, it looks like.
Hobbling off. Cedric Wilson, who just had
or Wilson, sorry.
Catch for a 1st down.
Oh, no. That's a knee.
Boy, I'm not sure if Sailors really saw this pressure from the edge, but he does what he has to do. And
man, Sailors got blown up on that play.
That happens to the best, but you know what? He slowed him down a little bit. He didn't draw a holding call and hurt the team even more. And that's it's going to be a play that you're going to chuckle at when you see it tomorrow. But it happens to everybody.
It happens to everybody. At least you put your body in the way. There's not an Olay situation. That was Tyler Owens who got into Sailors.
Yeah, it's never fun when that happens, but it happens to everybody.
You're laughing because you know the feeling.
It's happened to me a ton.
Sailors.
Ooh, there goes. Sailors coming back with a nice run for about 6. Lions going to be in 3rd and manageable.
Sets up a 3rd down and 3.
And just a little nice dual play, just running right between the tackles, and you got to hold up on those one-on-ones if you're on that offensive line. At that time, Blake Miller actually fell down, but the awareness to pop up and still finish the block is what allowed Sailors to hit that backside cut to gain some positive yards to set up a very manageable 3rd down here.
It's all those snaps he's taken. Miller,
a lot of experience.
Shotgun snap. This could be a handoff. This could be a keeper. Dobbs is gone. Dobbs is going to the end zone. That is a Lions touchdown. All right. Good work. Good work, Dobbs. There you go. Now you're going to feel a little bit better.
There you go. A little creativity there on third down.
Man, where's my touchdown at?
Going back to
I don't even have
college
that
days,
loaded up.
defensive end
You
bites
got to be
down.
kidding
Josh
me.
Dobbs says, I'll take a great job.
Ah, here we go.
Outside, too.
Here we
That's what
go.
the wide receivers were, but
Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield, and win the blue and silver wave. Stand and cheer the brave, rah, rah, rah. Go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory.
There it is.
Forward down the field.
Sorry, y'all.
A charging team that will not yield and win the blue and silver wave. Stand and cheer the brave, rah, rah, rah. Go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions!
All right. Nice work, man. Nice work by Dobbs, man. Look at the wheels. Love it. That's the way to bounce back, man. That is a good confidence builder right there. Man, was he cooking. That was a nice play by Petsy to call that up. Get him back in this game. Get him back in this game, man. I'm almost done with these timeout buttons, but it don't look right yet. The things I do, man, just to try to make this look right, takes forever. And for people to say I don't build my own graphics, come on, man. I'm doing this shit live. Okay. All right. This is a tie ball game. Now we get to see the defense again, man. I'm really excited to see what happens next. Who gets sack? I'm predicting a sack on this next possession for Washington, man. I think that we're going to get somebody in there. All right, those ones look good. Those are back to normal. All right, now I just got to get them all lined up. All right, game's back on.
To you by Cure Auto Insurance. Josh Dobbs' career-long run in the regular season is 44 yards. That would have been his career best.
Wow.
It ties the game. Very quick response by the Lions.
Yeah, and they needed that.
Love it.
Big bounce back. We mentioned, hey, rough start, right? Couple penalties, couple turnovers. Never how you want to start a game.
Here's the kick.
Got to keep playing. Got to find a way to get that momentum. And
Right to the goal line, man. Nice boot.
There's Craig Reynolds.
All right, who's in on that tackle?
Back to the touchdown.
Oh, we got a penalty. That's going to be a block in the back on Washington.
Here, so we will show you the touchdown in mere moments after this call, which I'm sure you're waiting with bated breath
I don't have
for.
57 on my
I
roster.
guess blocking the back. It looked dangerous guessing penalty.
But it's
Blocking the back or
preseason for
hold.
everybody.
I'll do a 50-50.
During the return for legal block in the back against the return team, number 50.
You had it.
10-yard penalty.
Adrian Hill with the call. All right, the blocking on the touchdown, TJ.
Yeah, and we mentioned these big plays don't happen unless you get the blocking on the outside. Tyler Conklin, Tate Martin on the edge.
Nice block there by Martin to seal that off.
of their man. And what I love the most is once you feel the quarterback is right, let go, right? Don't draw a cheap holding call. Get out there on the edge. You have to feel that presence of, okay, I see the defender's body start to shift, his eyes start to shift. I know the quarterback's got to be close to me. Let go of the hands. But blocks like that are where you get those big plays from. Great job.
Sam Hartman in at quarterback for Washington. He'll hand to Katron Allen. So one series for Jaden Daniels. But on the
Daniels is
subject of
out.
Tay Martin, Dan Campbell brought him up as one of the guys who has stood out, especially on the edge blocking, especially as a possibility in a special teams role like that as well.
Yeah, and they love his frame too. 6'3", he's got some size. He can make some plays, one-on-one, go get those 50-50 balls. And Coach mentioned him a couple times yesterday when we spoke to him.
We hand off to the right. Lions bottle that up right away, man. They let too many yards on that. That should have been a no gain.
Third and short. Your players to watch brought to you by MGM Grand.
Yeah, no surprise. Derek Moore, second round.
All right, Derek Moore coming back into the game.
It's been a question for a couple of years now. Hey, what does that defensive end position look like outside of Aiden Hutchinson? Excited to see him. And then obviously Rocky C. They're going to count on him big. A lot of changing parts in that secondary. He had a really solid year last year. I felt like on that outside spot. He's a guy that can bring some versatility and some competitiveness to that secondary group.
Moore breathing fire at the bottom of the formation. And
Rocky Sin was coming in on a crash blitz.
He slides to a stop. The former Wake Forest and Notre Dame standout moves the sticks for Washington, who finished 5-12 last year, a disappointing season after their 12-5 the year before. They had so many injuries to so many veterans last season.
Yeah, and important positions too, right? Obviously, anytime you lose your quarterback for an extended period of time. And Dan Quinn's a heck of a coach, man. I played against his teams, when he was a defensive coordinator in Atlanta and in Dallas for a long time. He gets the respect of his guys. Reminds me a lot of Dan Campbell, guy that players like to play for.
That was a good read there by Rodriguez, man. Rodriguez came up and started to close off that edge right away. Nice read.
And we talked about it earlier, but David Blau, the offensive coordinator for Washington now, does have ties to Dan Campbell. Blau's last year here was Dan Campbell's first year. So there's a knowledge base, at least, in this game.
No doubt. And a lot of familiarity, I would say, too. David Blau, coordinators, ex-players, you normally take what you learned from coaches that you played under, right? So Coach said we're going to see a lot of familiar concepts. Oh,
Hartman gets undercut.
There we go.
Flag down.
Uh-oh.
It's back in the secondary.
Man,
come on, man.
It's going to be a defensive holding, which is going to take that sack off.
Come on. See, I called that sack.
Howard got in there to blow it up.
Damn it.
And he's celebrating. I don't think he might not know the flag.
28, 5-yard
Come on, Maddox.
automatic first down.
Oh, it was Abney. I'm sorry. Matt, it was Abney.
Man, I didn't see a live one.
It's on Keith Abney.
Keith Abney Jr., yeah, and he's a competitive guy. Coach talks about, man, how sticky he can be in coverage. There's just such a big learning.
Can't be having negative plays like that, man. You have a positive play, you get a sack. You cannot have a flag in that situation. I didn't see the replay, so I don't even know if it was legit. Oh, man. Look at that defense swarm. Wow.
And Allen both scored last week as the Lions defense celebrates with a host of tacklers in there, including DJ Reed from the corner spot.
And I think one thing that stood out to me last week, Jason, was watching all these guys in the secondary, corner, slot, safety, the way that they were flying to the football in the run game.
I got dog duty. I'll be right back.
Kelvin Shepard and Dan Campbell. If you want to play in the secondary for this defense, you have to be able to tackle. So it's no surprise to, a little early movement there. No surprise to see the defensive backs get involved in the run game early today.
Austin through 85. 5-yard penalty.
It's on Chig Okonkwo, who came over on a 3-year deal from Tennessee. So now, 2nd and 16. It's a little fun here, play calling wise.
For the offense or defense?
The defense.
I was going to say, it's not fun being on offense.
No. You keep that.
Yeah, and Kelvin Shepard's brought some pressure so far today. We've seen multiple times, whether it's bringing, a slot guy off the slot or bringing the linebackers through the A-gaps. And this is one, though, as a defensive lineman, you probably love. You're thinking, hey, maybe draw, maybe screen, antenna's got to go up. But first thought is, let's get to the quarterback. This is not usually a running down.
Hartman Down the middle, and he's got a completion across the 40-yard line. Hartman zips it to Okonkwo.
Devin White, he's had a couple tackles already. Man, I'm so excited about the possibilities that he can have on this defense. Just not only his reputation, his record, what he had. You're looking at two of the top 3 tacklers in the NFL last year were Devin White and Jack Campbell. So the idea of having those guys side by side, making some big tackles for you in the run game, being able to cover in the pass game, it's exciting.
Super Bowl for him, a Pro Bowl for him. 17 starts last year. Hartman drops.
Come on, guys. Get up there. Get up there.
And a juggling grab for Craig
I've let up a couple of chunk plays. Damn, J-Mo just got ran into the back, man. He was grabbing his back, too. That's not good.
Craig Reynolds, we know him.
Did y'all see that? J-Mo immediately grabbed the middle of his spine.
It's exciting.
Super Bowl for him, a Pro Bowl for him. 17 starts last year. Hartman drops it off. He gets it to Reynolds and a juggling grab for Craig Reynolds.
Oh yeah. He got nailed right in the middle of his back.
Craig Reynolds.
Oh, he better not have just got hurt being on the sideline. What our luck would be. Oh, nice off the edge rush there by 2-7. Like a Scud missile.
Immediately on the catch by
Christian Izzian. Avonte Maddox playing cleanup.
It's a big-time play from Avonte Maddox, and that's that veteran presence that you have. If he doesn't make that tackle, there was a lot of grass. You get caught with a blitz on a screen, normally doesn't end up well, but he gets there before that offensive line can get on the perimeter to get a block on him, and man, that's a nice play. Veteran presence, just that awareness that you have on a down like that, where you know they're probably throwing the ball.
Sets up 2nd down and 15. Hartman to throw. That's a long throw and a big hit immediately by DJ Reed on McCaffrey. That's Luke McCaffrey. There are McCaffrey skill position players everywhere.
Good genes.
Very good. Ed's son, Christian's brother.
Yeah.
Max's brother.
I think I played with Luke maybe. He's been in the league for a while. He was a practice squad guy in Green Bay when I was there, but hard-working guy, man. Here we go. Big opportunity. 3rd down.
Come on, Lions.
Got to get to the 41.
Oh, yeah.
Did get there. Hartman just got it off.
Wow.
De'Ami Brown, but Rock Yassin was right on his hip.
Gil Howard is a freaking menace.
Created a 4th down at the end of the 1st quarter.
Skylar Gil Howard.
Wow.
You mentioned it really gave Hartman no chance to find his 2nd or 3rd down.
Nice work, man. He's a lock.
Nice job getting off the field.
He is a lock.
Be excited about that stop.
That is a big-time stop by that defense.
Man, I'm sorry. I am so impressed by this defense right now. But just remember, we got to stay healthy. And not only that, but when I went to my very first practice, I only went to 2 practices this year. I usually go to like 5 or 6. I'm usually at preseason games, but I'm not today. First practice I went to, August 2nd. I saw it right then. I'm like, this defense is going to be the best defense that we have ever seen under Dan Campbell. And it will be the best defense that we have ever seen in my lifetime over the last 42 years actually watching the Lions, and probably 38 of that actually being able to remember some of it. But this is going to be an incredible defense. The 2014 defense is probably, in my lifetime, that is probably the one that always stuck out to me. And I thought that last year we had a better defense. I thought the year before that we had a better defense. And I think that this year's defense is going to be, bar none, the absolute best. And quite honestly, it's the nickel. And it's not just the nickel, but the Lions have gone to faster, leaner, guys on the defense to be able to make plays. You want to get fast horizontally, not just vertically. You have to get fast horizontally. Why? Because you need to shut every angle down. You need to use that geometry to your advantage. And guys like Skylar Gil Howard, the dude's 280 plus pounds, and he's running a 4.63 40. Now, I know 40s don't matter, right? But it just gives you an idea of the speed that he has. And so far, I mean, we've seen his speed just completely terrorize these guards. he just completely shit on a tackle. And last week, he chased Brad Johnson all the way out to the outside. We'll go back and rewatch that play. Okay, so Gil Howard is lined up in the 3-tech on that previous play. So he's kind of almost splitting the guard and tackle. And he split the guard and tackle. I mean, he just went right through him. What a beautiful play, man. That was the play before. All right, here we go. Commander's going to punt.
That was like half a pizza those kids were eating. It was amazing. Tressway to punt. Tom Kennedy waves for the fair catch at the 10. Patty is downstairs with one of those kids. Patty?
Hey, thanks, Jason. I'm down here with Ace. And Ace, how excited are you for Kids Day here at Ford Field?
I'm so pumped up and so excited.
Love it.
And I see you've got some bling on too. How fun is that? And you got a little lion here as well.
Yeah, I love to have lions so far.
Well, who is your favorite Detroit Lion?
Rory. Because number one, he doesn't bite, and he gives high fives and dance bows everybody.
Can I get a Go Lions real quick?
Go Lions!
Oh, I love it. Thanks, Ace.
Welcome.
Awesome work there. Awesome work, kid.
And he gives
All right, real quick, man. We've got a new member in the chat. And I apologize that I don't have everything set up that I normally would. Oh wait, hold on.
That was phenomenal. Luke Altmaier is in to play quarterback. He got it for Jackson Meeks, and this time he's going to have to swallow it. He is sacked back at the 10-yard line. It is TJ Magaranyanga with the sack along with Kane Medrano.
Yeah, play action pass, just a miscommunication. It looked like Colby Sorsdahl, the right tackle. You're going to get a pressure on the edge. I don't know if he thought maybe he had help from
We got a new name in the chat. I'm sorry, not a new member. Couple of new names. Couple of new names.
Coaches, look, you're going to lose reps. You just don't want to lose them too fast like that. Yeah, play like that. Your quarterback has no chance to get rid of the ball.
Second down and long, Altmaier.
A couple of new names. So let me shout them out real quick. Carrie. Oh, you're gonna kill me. Carrie Priztula. Prizitula. I botched it. I apologize. Who else? Jordy Mansion. Jordy Mansion. So hey, welcome in. Appreciate you guys.
I'm loving it.
John LV426, what's happening?
I'm loving it.
Puts the Lions in for a touchdown to tie the game, and now Altmaier, the native of Starkville, Mississippi.
Already got Altmaier in, huh? Maybe they're going to flip-flop quarters. That was a nice pass right there.
Tyler Conklin rampaging across the 40-yard line for a Lions first down.
Yeah, third and long, as an offensive line, you're going to have to hold up in protection.
TCKG1, man. Hey, welcome in.
Just to kind of feel that pressure coming off his left side, understanding, hey, it's third and long. I can't take this.
Ben Foster, what's happening?
Keep this drive going, breaking out of the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield. A lot of quarterbacks might run for that, and you're looking at 4th and 4. A nice delivery there over the middle field by Luke Altmaier. I really like what I've seen from him the last couple weeks.
They'll boot left this time and throw it a little bit hard and low for Meeks.
Thank y'all for subscribing if you're new subscribers. Appreciate y'all.
Response.
Anybody else in the chat? I love all y'all, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys.
Running a little flat route, big third down conversion that you're coming out. Luke Altmaier, maybe you could say, hey, try to lead him a little bit more. That is a bit of a fastball, but anytime it hits you in the
Carrie,
hands,
I just never seen the name. But yeah, thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I wasn't saying it was going to be a huge play there, Jason, but it was going to keep that momentum going, especially after picking up that third down.
Especially when you're talking
KJ
about
Bennett
offensive
checking
line
in.
trying to stay in rhythm together. Now it's 2nd down and 10 off the cut.
Oh, nice run by Sailors.
To the 49, gain of 9.
Man,
3rd and 1
that dude runs so hard, man.
Tough run.
He has really tremendous vision. I think.
Yeah, me too, Todd, man. Look, if I'm not going to be at the game, this is where I'll be. Now, quite honestly, I mean, I woke up this morning, no one claimed the extra ticket, and I just said, man, do I really want to go? I'd much rather be here to break this one down.
Looking at a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, so really nice vision that time from Jacob Sailors.
3rd down and 1, trying to pick it up.
Here we go. There's the first down.
The former Virginia Tech
Good work.
Running up the middle as we check out the Lions' positional battle at center. It's brought to you by Frankenmuth Insurance. Seth McLaughlin is in.
Thanks, Mark Lewis, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, let's take a look at these names. We know that coach has already said Cade Mays is going to be unavailable here for a little while. Michael Neese is a guy who has played in this league before. Seth McLaughlin, former Remington Award winner at Ohio State. I know he's coming off some injuries. Really like some things he did last week.
So is it?
Against Cincinnati.
I've heard it so many different ways. Is it McLaughlin? Is it McLaughlin? Is it McLaughlin? I mean, I know how it's spelled. Which way is it? That was a great play, by the way, by Altmaier. Not only did he do a little, pump, he did a little ball pump, and that got the guy to jump. And then when he came down, he just diced it, man. Look at that little ball pump. Oop. Don't leave your feet, man. Exactly what they tell you in basketball. Don't leave them feet.
Yeah, a little mixtape there, little freestyle. Sometimes you got to do it. It's not always going to be perfect.
All right, TJ, I hear you.
Change the arm angle. Still find a way to get the ball to your guy.
Come on, Luke. There you go. Finding the wide open receiver. What a catch by Meeks. Wow.
Now, that's a nice response to the drop earlier, and Meeks did hold on, it looked like.
Yeah, it did, and you could tell coming off of that bootleg that
that is a hell of a grab by Meeks, man.
Good about himself, but like
nice
said,
work
with Josh Dobbs, man. Maybe you have some mistakes early.
What's happening, Raw? Aaron Green, what's happening?
Lead into more bad plays, or you're gonna
Nightbot, go to bed, man.
Jackson Meeks takes
drunk.
advantage of it.
There we go. It's the first down for the Lions.
First down, right over the middle of that offensive line. As you evaluate centers, Dan Campbell told us, hey, we just want the exchange to be good, first of all. You don't want any plays where you look and you go paraphrase.
195 people into today, man. Appreciate all you guys joining. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We want to get to 14K. Our goal is 20K this year. And at 20K, if we hit it before November, I'm giving 2 tickets away to a Lions home game.
How quickly can you identify the
and if you are a member,
and get everybody
I'm giving 2 tickets away to a Lions home game in November.
Altmaier is slung down. He is drilled.
Altmaier's got to be able to feel that, man. Jean-Baptiste is a nice player.
Play action pass and like maybe Tyler Conklin on the backside here. He was just a little bit late getting off the
We do giveaways all season. They start in season. When I start to ramp up for the Cancer Foundation, we'll do weekly giveaways. What I do is I go out and I buy jerseys, I buy mini helmets, we do donations, and then I just do random giveaways. I have bots like everybody does now that will scrape the chat, the likes, the comments, the subscribers, the members, and I give it a cue, whether it's a random number or whatever, a color, a player's name, and then it'll pick somebody in a chat or over the last couple of days or whatever. So I don't buy subscribers. I just love to bridge the gap between you and the team and try to get stuff out to everybody, man. I've given away dozens and dozens of flags, free coffee, so much gear. It's not even funny. I've probably given away 20 jerseys, at least 60 helmets by now. Probably 20 or 30 gift cards. Madden games now, giving away Madden games. We still got 4 more to give away for the month of August. We'll announce some more winners tomorrow. Well, that offensive drive sputtered out, man. It started okay, but it did not finish well. Luke Altmaier had a little bit of pressure. Kobe Sorsdahl, go figure.
the best offensive.
But a lot of that was coming off the left side.
Move, you have to defeat the third move. You can't. You're not just going to get defensive linemen that run into you, and once you stop them, they're going to.
Oh, there's my son. Love that new logo, buddy. Let me get that fixed right now.
In the right place, can you keep your hands in the right place to defeat those second and third moves that a lot of guys in this league get a whole lot of sacks out of? So that's going to be a learning experience there for Seth McLaughlin.
All right, they're going to be taking a break, and I'm going to continue working on the background here. And we'll kill the dead air with a little bit of music. Why not? How many guys liked that I started with the national anthem today? I thought I'd do something different. You know, they start with the national anthem. I think it's, it's pretty important. I'm a patriotic person. I always loved it. And that rendition that I got, she's a fantastic singer. I don't know why I can't remember her name right now, but appreciated her giving us a copy of it. All right, we'll be back here in just a moment.
On Kids Day, Kids Takeover Day here in Detroit. Lions have the most recent score on a Josh Dobbs 50-yard touchdown. And this is a run for Robert Henry Jr. on a handoff from Midwestern kid Ethan Kaliak.
Give my son a shout out in the chat, hailing from Naples, Florida.
The brutal pass rush
at the Christian CRs now. Moderator, man.
Look at the lettuce. How much
Welcome in, buddy. Love you.
Yeah, he's got a nice.
How do you
nice
rate
little
how
trim
much
on
product?
the beard? Like it? I mean, you can kind of tell, Jason. I'm not lucky enough to have hair like that, but man, he is. When he came back last year, I know it took him a couple games to kind of get back into the rhythm, coming off of that brutal leg injury we saw this season before. But man, he is a nightmare. And I know that coaches say,
"Ooh,
the middle in the face of Kaliak, man, as he got it away for Van Jefferson."
White side,
they got Hutch on their
big
side.
heads up play, but I don't have 45 on my list. I gotta get my other list.
Where his face is almost so close to the ground, and really the most impressive stat about him. We all know what type of player he is, but fourth quarters, overtime, when you need somebody in a third down to go get a stop, I don't think there's anybody better in the league. He leads the league by far when it comes to
that was Devin White.
Disruptive pass rushes in those gotta happen.
That was Devin White to just slice that offense up.
Man, Coach Campbell.
I mean, imagine when we are going to get Aiden back on the field with these monsters, man. Oh, there's some more pressure. Oh,
it's Jefferson again. It's a first down.
Clark with a nice tackle there, but man, that should have been another stop. Kalimakis, man, making some plays.
Time in the pocket, rolling up. Get the little kind of sidearm throw that he had to find in there, and man, Hutch.
Yeah, Hutch felt it, man. So close.
We had the pass rush there. Need a little bit more discipline. That time, too many guys running around the quarterback. You have to feel once you get to that point where
it's like we gained about 30 subscribers so far today, man. Really appreciate you guys.
if you're too far upfield, you got to find a way to retrace. You cannot give these guys at this level that much time and that much room to maneuver in the pocket.
There is K-Tron.
Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm just going to ask the question. And I don't like putting this type of stuff on players. I'm not the type of guy that's going to go out there and say, Aiden's going to have, 20 sacks this year, or he's going to break the sack record this year. But what I'm seeing right now out of Skylar Gill-Howard, Devin White, DJ Wanham, Derek Moore, I mean, we don't even have a Lee McNeil in there, and we don't have Tyleek Williams in there. And these guys are shredding these offensive lines. What do you think is going to happen when these guys get back on the field all together? And we have a mixture of power and speed. Hutch is going to go berserk this year. Like this is the year that I want to see it all come together for him, man. He's been growing. He's had growing pains. He's had crazy good seasons with a lot of mistakes. And I think this is the year that we finally see him really grow into that next level. And he's going to get mentioned with the rest of those tier 1 guys because he's like kind of been on the bubble. If you're a U of M fan, he's not been on the bubble. He's up there. And I don't mean any slight by that. It's just when I analyze guys, I do no bias, man. No Saturdays and Sundays mix for me, period. But I think Aiden is he's gonna have a different opportunity this year. He really is. And I think a lot of it starts on that interior pressure. That was not a catch. That was not a catch, was it? I mean, even Ahmed Hassanin, I forgot to mention Haas. Like,
let's take a look at this. The Lions sideline was saying,
that is not a catch. He slid out of bounds. He had no control.
I don't think so. I mean,
he had no control.
Either way, it's still 4th and short.
They're gonna call it incomplete.
There you go.
Even if he had it pinned to his shoulder, he was already out of bounds when he re-pinned it. I agree with
Aaron Green, man. Yeah, he's gonna find that gear, dude. I'm telling you, man. He's gonna find it. The most important thing I think for him is the run game. But here's the cool thing. We have so many guys right now that can really play against the run. I was hoping that Derek Moore was going to be that guy. And so far, it's been kind of the opposite for him. He's been better in the pass rush and hasn't been doing as well against the run game. We need that to flip. Nice move by TK85, man. Find a lane. Go, baby, go. Oh, got to stay on the feet. Oh, that was a late hit. Come on, man. Where's the laundry at? I got to figure out how to set this up on my stream deck real quick. I'm going to kill every commercial with some music, so hopefully you don't mind it. We'll get this dialed in by the season, I promise. Fourth and 60. That's hilarious. He says the refs are in midseason form, missing obvious calls. Yeah.
extends a special thanks to all of our affiliates in Michigan, Northern Ohio, and all over the world. Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Brazil, Canada, all over Europe, the territory that the Lions will be in week 10 in Munich against New England. Excited for that. Brazil, Canada as well.
A lot of fans. A lot of fans. That'll be a fun week in Germany.
You're only going to go for a week? I thought you might extend the trip.
A couple weeks early.
There we go. Another big run there by was that Sailors? No, who was that? Williams.
Second down coming up. Mentioned Luke Altmaier.
The hell is Williams?
From Starkville, Mississippi. Opened his career at Mississippi State. Transferred.
Oh, Travion. I totally forgot we brought him in.
For a long time was the orthopedic surgeon for Mississippi State. He transfers to Illinois and becomes a crop sciences major.
Okay.
How did you do in crop sciences?
I don't think crop science or major would be involved if I had to take any of those classes. Sounds interesting.
Second down 6. A little bit high. Got the job done. Kennedy turns upfield. First down line.
Yeah, nice delivery. That time you're going to get a pressure. And Devin
There he goes. Nice catch by Tom Kennedy there.
Luke Altmaier probably knew that defensive end was going to have a free rush. I got to get the ball out of my hands. And anytime you put the ball.
So Lions first down, baby. Nice.
Surprisingly, the longest tenured Lion. It's been here since 2019 in some fashion, whether it's the active roster, practice squad. I know he's bounced around a lot, but man, the coaches just love his consistency that this guy brings. It's so fun every time he gets a chance. Obviously, they trust him enough to return kicks, return punts, put in the work on the special teams, and that time coming up with a big play on offense.
Oh, another big run by Travion Williams.
Into Commander territory, gain of 13 behind that offensive line. First down, Lions moving to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, stretch out to the right. Miles Frazier, nice job climbing to the second level. Somebody's down on the field here, but that's a really nice job by Travion Williams to just put that foot in the ground, find that green grass, keep moving north and south. Don't wiggle too much in the backfield or, try to bounce it outside. Get up north, get some positive yards. That's a really nice game.
Hell of a run, man.
They did let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning. So we will step aside. Tied at 7, first down Lions when we're back.
All right. Travion Williams might be a good pickup. I don't know much about the guy. Didn't see or hear much about him, throughout practice. But just, a couple of runs there by him. He's running fast, hard, and downhill. Good pickup. Yeah, Mr. Thomas, man. If you guys read that on DetroitFootballJournal.com, last night I dropped both the 7-on-7, so 7 players on offense, 7 players on defense, and I did a couple of bonuses because there's quite a few players I wanted to take a look at in today's game. And quite honestly, I had Tom Kennedy, and I think I wrote exactly, I had a sneaking suspicion that Tom Kennedy might make this team. Now, his first couple of returns today, not so great. But that catch, that's where Tom Kennedy does some amazing work, man. Like, he's always been reliable as a receiver when he's been called up. And last year, early in the season, or early when he was picked up, like, we needed a returner. Cleve Raymond was down. And he had some big returns, both punt and kick, if I'm not mistaken. And so, he was just super valuable last season. But this year, got to remember, they did that special on Tom Kennedy in the beginning part of the year. It just makes you wonder if they're expecting that Tom Kennedy has a real chance to make his first NFL roster this season. And look, if he's a valuable receiver, that's one thing. But we know you have to be able to convert in special teams on both sides of the ball if you're just going to be a 5th or a 6th receiver. And I don't know, do the Lions keep 6 receivers this year? Because, we really have some depth in that room, like Tay Martin, Tariq Black, Cedric Wilson. I don't know if we had an update on Cedric Wilson yet. I haven't looked. Anyone post that already? And my son got the Discord working. So next week for that preseason game, we're going to test the Discord. There's all sorts of things already inside it. Like there's tabs for YouTube updates. So anytime we go live here, anytime I upload a video, they'll be uploaded into the Discord. There's also an NFL news tab. So anything that is up to the minute NFL news is going to get added. There's a Detroit football tab in there, Detroit football journal tab. So anytime I post something there, it'll be uploaded. So you're going to have all sorts of ways to stay active, create your own chats, have some fun. And then if I can integrate it into the streams or into the morning show, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m., then I will. I just have to be careful with language and things of that nature. So we're planning on having some fun. We're going to integrate it this year. We hope to gain a different crowd, a younger crowd, hopefully, into the channel. So look forward to the Discord. It'll be in the description by next week.
For Altmaier, the rookie. Travion Williams has difficult
got a high step that one.
That time
He would have been gone.
Ale Cajo, the second-year man out of UCLA. We get a timeout called by Washington with 1:53 to go.
Timeout.
In the second quarter.
Your first.
Washington trying to set up maybe a 2-minute drill for its offense.
Come on, man. These commercials are crazy. Well, that was a quick one. All right, 2nd and 9. Altmaier in shotgun. Oh, he's going to get that pass out, but looks like it was tipped.
Incomplete for Black. Altmaier was under siege by a couple of Commanders, and it's 3rd down and 9 for Detroit.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of pressure from both defensive coordinators so far today. Pretty rare to maybe see in the preseason. A lot of guys don't like to show necessarily all the blitz packages that they have, but that time Luke Altmaier knew it was empty pressure. He knew he was going to have a free defensive end on the backside. Got to get the ball out of his hands. Just wasn't able to be on the same page with Tariq Black, but still good job of taking care of the football, not putting it in any harm's way.
Oh, Altmaier's going to use his wheels. Oh, bro, you got to turn that up.
It's going to be 4th down and 2, TJ. Can I interest you in a 4th and 2?
Where are we at?
I want to see Jake Bates launch one of these right now.
You do? You're in special teams mode?
I want to see Jake
It doesn't
Bates
look like we're going to go for it.
And, he's spoken about some adjustments that he has made in his kind of process.
So one of the biggest things that I noticed with Jake Bates in practice this year is they were putting him right around the 42, 45, 47-yard line. And I mentioned it all offseason that is where they needed to have him focus, was between the 40 and the 49-yard line. And that's where they've had him all camp. And he just pushed that one right. Man, damn it. You got to be able to make those inside, man. You can't miss any kicks in the dome. Sorry. Just can't do it. Another commercial. Yeah, you should have went for it, man. But you know what? It's preseason, so Dan's trying to get everybody some action. They're not worried about winning this game. Who's my season ticket? I can't tell you that, bro. I can't tell you that on air. You should probably remove that. I try not to put people's info out, so don't take offense to this. Oh, it's not even letting me do anything. There you go. Yeah, I don't put that stuff out there, man. I mean, you can, but I try not to. I'll email you, but it's not her. Are you gonna get season tickets this year? Are you gonna do it finally? You know, there's always an opportunity to join our club. We have 10 seats. All right, game's back on.
Somebody come up with a big play.
So there's always an opportunity to purchase, tickets through our club, and you can select, however many games you want to go to. There could be openings, just depends on the year. But there's usually, some tickets available. All that we ask is you don't resell them, because we could lose our season tickets. So it's people that we have to trust inside the club that know the rules,
Man, that
was a hell of a play by DJ Reed.
That's called teach tape, Jason. That's called one of those plays where Kelvin Shepard.
Eric talked you into it. It's not a secret, Attila. No, I just don't like to put that info out there. I mean, you know what I'm dealing with personally with idiots in this YouTube space, so I don't want to create any undue stress, because ticket reps information is available and you can get their phone numbers, and so I don't want issues. You know what I'm saying? That's why, for me personally, I won't do it.
39 seconds to go, first half. Call it 3rd and 5.
And there's pressure on the backside. DJ Moore! DJ Moore with a strip sack. Ball was down. There we go, Moore.
Big time stop by that defense.
There you go. Thank you, J-Rod. Appreciate you, brother. $10 dono. He says, like, share, subscribe, become a member. Rocked On is a true show of Will's integrity and love for people and the Lions. There you go, brother, man. Appreciate you.
This defense is really, man, they've stood out so far in this first half.
10 sacks last year at Michigan.
Did I just see Stephen Tulloch's name in the chat?
Big 10 for the Wolverines. That is a timeout we got.
Attila, email me, and then we'll talk, man. I'll see what's available.
To take a look at something, there's a replay review engaged to see if the ball was out. If the ball was a clear recovery, I didn't really get a good look at it.
Preseason, Attila. It's preseason.
It looked like his knee was coming down. Hartman's knee was coming down, but that ball is close.
Out. That ball's out.
Find out next.
We'll find out.
There's only 2 seconds left in the quarter, man. Like, where were we yardage wise? I didn't see. Where was the ball yardage wise? Like, do we have a shot to put Bates back out there? Was it at the 40? So you're looking at like a 57, 58. Do it. Just do it. Put Bates out there. J-Rod just sent 10 memberships, man. Look at that. Champion 3160, Mogolo 6621, Tees Mobile, G Sapple Gaught, Terry Schuster, Elvis Lowell, Brandon Matten, Brian Wood, Sal Spice. Look at that, Sal Spice. Vikings creator. Justin Dooley. All welcome in, man. Checking y'all in. Appreciate you, J-Rod. As always, man. All right, they're still on commercial on my screen, so.
was determined this was a fumble. And
Aha!
Petit
That is a
Frere, so it's
turnover.
a loss of a yard. They added 16 seconds to the clock. But
Wow.
it's been moving, so we're back at 2 seconds, just like when you left us.
And now halftime. You're not going to put him out there for a field goal?
An effort to make
Come
sure
on,
that
man.
In the preseason.
Yeah, they got to work some things out too.
Which is
All right, I'm going to take a brief break, and when we get back, we're going to do a halftime breakdown, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here in just a few moments. Decent first half, man. Decent. We got a lot of work to do. A lot of work.
Not a whole lot of stress on the second.
Be right back.
Dan Campbell is downstairs. This sideline report brought to you by Henry Ford Health. Here's Patty.
Oh, here's Dan Campbell.
Defense attacked Washington in that first half.
Yeah, you know, I was pleased with those guys getting after it. I thought we did. I thought we played aggressive with violence. You know, got a couple of stops there, forced a punt. So that's been pretty good, man. I like the way they've gone after it. I mean, really, we haven't given up any points. You know, that was done on offense.
And speaking of the offense, this offensive line, how would you evaluate its play in that first half?
Well, I mean, look, I thought we did some good things. You know, they got a little bit on them. You know, there's probably 15, 18 plays somewhere in there to be able to work together. You know, Dobbs had that big run. It was good. We have pretty good protection. You know, some of those just got a little bit long, but it was good to get them in there.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks.
Dan Campbell's assessment of half number one. He notes the Dobbs touchdown run of 50 yards to give the Lions their 7 at halftime.
All right, now we'll take this brief break.
Why settle for good?
Going up against the Washington Commanders. And earlier this week, a new episode of Inside the Den aired, and this one is all about Drew Petzing and Jared Goff working their relationship and this offense to get it where they want it to be. Here's a sneak peek.
Building the relationship with Jared throughout camp has been special. It's been a ton of fun. He's extremely competitive. And for me, from a relationship standpoint, just challenging each other on, hey, what are you seeing? Why are you doing these things? Hey, why are you calling that play from him to me? I think it makes us both better, and those conversations have been a ton of fun.
Last time you made a tackle? That was last time I made a tackle? Oh, boy.
I'd like to keep that to a minute.
Yeah. I've missed a lot of tackles.
You better not be having JG try to
Great
get a
job
tackle,
anything,
man.
though, and getting
Yeah.
that's why we put a progression over there, so
Right.
we can find a completion.
It's really started to come together nicely where telling him what I like, what I don't like, him telling me what he wants to do and what he doesn't want, and constantly talking, constantly giving him suggestions. It eventually blends into this thing that we both love, and we're working towards that, and we're doing a good job. Hey, Tess, JMO, work on what we're doing with the landmark, okay?
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Set. Nice ball. Nice ball. Set.
I love that. Hey, that's the one.
Those are great routes.
JG's still selfless, man.
It's easy.
Nissan really
Another
pushes
timeout.
these cars, huh?
Be right back. Almost here. Almost done.
This guy's been everywhere tonight. He got drilled by Jack Campbell again. Bam! Meets him right there, runs his feet. Jack Campbell wraps him up. Doesn't get any better than that. Textbook linebacker play.
All right, here we go.
What the f I'm talking about?
That's right, Calvin. Who we talking about? Talking about the Detroit Lions right now against the Washington Commanders. This is your halftime update. Right now, it has been a defensive battle for the Lions. They have completely shut out the Washington Commanders. Had it not been for the 7 points scored by our Lions offense for Washington, it would be 7-0 right now. Detroit Lions passing stats right now. Luke Altmaier looking a lot better from what he did last week. 6 of 8, 58 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. Joshua Dobbs, he got sacked in a fumble early in the game that turned into a touchdown. He went 3 for 6, 24 yards, 1 interception to boot, but he also used his boots. Josh Dobbs took off 2 carries, 53 yards, and the Detroit Lions' lone touchdown right now, putting 7 points on the board. Jacob Sailors for the Detroit Lions, running back room, 6 carries, 32 yards, averaging exactly 5.5 yards per carry. Man, he has looked like a different runner today. He has run with power, he has run with strength, and he's also run with some finesse. I'm really liking what Jacob Sailors is putting down. Travion Williams, breath of fresh air when he got into the game. Man, he was able to take off and get the Lions a first down on his second run of the day. He looks different. He looks fast. And right now, he has 3 carries of 20 yards in limited action. Jabari Small looked like he did a lot more, but he's been running hard. 3 carries, 16 yards. Again, wonderful averages for these guys. When you look at, the average per person or average per player right now, Travion Williams averaging about 6 3/4 yards. Jabari Small right around 5 1/3 yards per carry, and that is exactly what you're looking for out of your running back room, is north of 5 yards per carry average. So right now, Lions total rushing of the first half, 16 carries, including the quarterback, 128 yards and 1 touchdown. You can't ask for anything better than that. One of the players to watch today on DetroitFootballJournal.com's report on 7 on 7 by yours truly, Jackson Meeks, was one of my bubble players. I don't know if he's a bubble player anymore. I think that Jackson Meeks has made an argument for himself. Game will be on here in just a few seconds. Jackson Meeks, 3 receptions, 27 yards on 4 targets, 1 drop. Tyler Conklin, 2 targets, 2 catches, 21 yards. Cedric Wilson, who exited the game early with a lower leg injury, 2 receptions, 21 yards, no drops No drops for him either. Brock Wright, a little bit of a problem with his blocking early in the game. They got Josh Dobbs crushed. He has 1 reception on 3 yards and 1 target. Tay Martin, Tariq Black, both of them with goose eggs on the day. Team total stats for the first half, 9 receptions, 82 yards on 14 targets. So we have 5 targets out there that are missing. Would like to see that number closer to 12. Josh Dobbs has the lone fumble of the day. Again, that turned into a touchdown. Defensive players of the game so far for your Detroit Lions: DJ Reed, 4 total tackles. Chuck Clark, 4 tackles. Devin White, 3 tackles, but that does not tell you the whole day. Devin White has had some very early pressure on this Washington offense. DJ Wanham has had a lot of pressure on this Washington offense. Avonte Maddox has been showing up, pressure off the edge. Levi Onwuzurike, a little bit quiet, 2 tackles. Malcolm Rodriguez showing some innate awareness off the right side early in the game, 2 tackles. Derek Moore just finished the half with a strip sack for his lone tackle of the day. Ben Still, another player to watch, and so is Derek Moore, another player to watch. Hoping to see these guys do a little bit more today than what they did last week. Obviously, this is Derek Moore's first opportunity. Ben Still's been pretty quiet. And even in camp, when I've watched, in practice, he's kind of getting pushed around a little bit. He's a little bit on the smaller side. He's way, way, way off, the bubble roster. I don't think he has a chance right now, but he's given everything he has right now. Amin Agabangamiga. I butchered it. My bad, Amin O. I did better the last time. One tackle for him today. I think that there was an outside chance for him to make this roster, or at least the practice squad, excuse me. And I'm not so sure right now. Roger McCreary, light day for him, 1 total tackle. Jabari Small got a tackle. Nick Whiteside has made a few big plays today with a tackle. Tyler Lacey, a little bit quiet today with a tackle. Chris Smith, a little bit quiet. Now look, Skylar Gill-Howard, he has 0 recorded stats today. But let me ask you this question. When you read the stats, do you think that tells the whole story? Because Skylar Gill-Howard has been in everybody's face today. He has created multiple pressure situations, and so far, this guy is an absolute lock on this roster. 6th-round pick. Not a lot of people expected him to make it. Thought he was too small. He's exactly what the Lions are looking for. He's been catching praise all camp long, and he has really turned up into a much different player than where he started early in camp. And if you've now watched both preseason games, the defensive player leading those guys out to the charge, man, and getting them all riled up before the game, Skylar Gill-Howard. Now, I'm going to repost my interview with Skylar Gill-Howard later on tonight. Please check it out. You're going to hear some things in there that you're going to scratch your head and be like, man, he changed. Because what he told me is that he likes to put his head down, doesn't talk too much, and just goes to work. Well, he's been doing that. But now he's vocal, and he's becoming a leader of these rookies. And that is exactly, again, what you're looking for, from these young guys to really kind of grow out of their shell. And he's having fun right now. Here's an interview with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Wide receivers coach Scotty Montgomery said there's a bit of a nonverbal communication that goes on between the two of you. How have you seen that evolve over the years?
I would say, just being with Jared for going on to 6 years now, we kind of understand each other pretty well on and off the field. But, on the field, I feel like he understands my body language. He's able to anticipate throws, and I kind of understand, what he likes. I kind of have to put myself in his shoes sometimes and understand what he's seeing from his point of view. I think just building each and every day, building the chemistry and trying to improve on what we've done in the past, 4 or 5 years.
And you and Goff and this organization are headed to Germany this November. You call it your second home. You're half German. How much does it mean to you to be able to play a game there this season?
It means a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm really honestly just excited to play football in a different country, and for it to be Germany is amazing. To show my teammates, Germany, a place that is basically, like you said, my second home.
Man, I really hope I can go.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I know the fans in Germany are excited. I can't wait to see the atmosphere. I think it's going to be lit.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That feature the Lions did last year where Amon-Ra took his teammates to Germany and he showed them all the good food spots was awesome. If you haven't seen
there's
it,
the kick.
as Craig
Washington's
Reynolds
returning
on
the ball.
Return, will get stood up and then
he's going to get out to about the
23. By the way, as a flag comes in, as Patty was
Jackson
talking
Meeks
to
in on the
Amon-Ra,
tackle.
Washington was on the wrong side of the field for the kickoff. They had to run to the to the right side as we see it. So it is preseason for everybody, as they say.
Wow, that's a huge mistake.
That is correct.
Holding on Washington. That ball's coming back.
Washington up even more. I'm going to guess holding this time, Jason.
Holding on the return team, number 29.
You're all over it.
Penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
By the way, we have a
Mr. Thomas, I think it's doesn't he have the Camaro? I saw St. Brown in it was an all decked out Camaro. It had Lions, a whole bunch of shit on it.
Have enough signatures at the end of the halftime.
Untrue. That did not happen.
You had enough signatures.
And I'm sure he has multiple cars too.
Let's do it in about 5 minutes.
Motion from Williams and a handoff back to
Hey, Rakestraw's in.
Former Penn State Nittany Lion, and he barges his way for 2. His second down coming up. Trevor Nowaski.
Why didn't he get in earlier?
We are scheduled to be joined by the king of the telestrator, advisor to the owner, Lions legend Chris Spielman.
Oh, it's a Lambo.
The third quarter, I'm told.
I'm not surprised.
It was a telestration treat last year.
I told you you're gonna have a new analyst here in a couple minutes.
I thought you meant you were leaving. Second down and 8.
Pressure.
Kaliak
Ball's loose. Oh my God, that was a grab. Is that a push off?
Bradley reels it in. A marker comes flying. That is an outstanding.
That was a hell of a grab.
UNLV if it stands. Doctor.
Wow.
Fighting through all sort of contact. It looked like Keith Abney in coverage. That tight coverage. They're going to call a penalty on the Lions, which isn't going to matter because it looked like a heck of a catch.
That was a push off the whole way down.
The flag said DPI.
Yeah, it was Abney. You're all over it, TJ.
Oh, he's holding his hand.
Bar. Yeah. I mean, you can't get away with that, right? You can't get away with that. You have to find a way to.
Oh, he's holding his jersey.
The receiver was actually kind of holding on to Abney at the same time.
That is such BS, man.
That's a heck of a catch.
That is a
still a crazy
grab.
catch, man. He deserved that one.
That is the first play of 20+ allowed by the Lions all day, and they are a little salty about it. Katron
there we
Allen
go.
Gets the
That's a tackle for a loss.
We've seen Kelvin Shepard really dialing up a lot of pressures on first down, run blitzes, right? How can we find a way to slant that offensive line, maybe find a gap up front, get a guy on the edge? I think that time it was Joe Bocci, the linebacker, coming off the edge, which really forced Washington back to the middle of that field where all your help is coming from. So seeing some creativity out of here preseason 2 from Kelvin Shepard in that defense.
Using the depth on the line now, Ahmed Hassanin has come on as pressure comes again, and that's scraped off the ground by Allen, who's thrown ahead to the line of scrimmage. Makai Wingo was in on the play, and it's third down coming up.
Nice play call there from Kelvin Shepard. You drop into. Let's Jason, was this ball secured? I wonder. I looked in my time, it was low.
Yeah, that's incomplete.
I see Dan Campbell getting ready to throw a flag, throw that challenge flag, but man,
what's fly trap sticky? Who's that?
Anyway,
right. Probably not worth it.
On Abney?
Saw the review at the end of the first half. So
yeah, he was holding his arm raw, B, but man, that receiver was grabbing his chest too.
Got a little jumpy that time.
Kind of both ways, man. Both ways.
Good Jones rocking a little bit.
Julian Good-Jones, fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
61 on the offense. 5 yards. Penalty from the previous down. Third down.
Elevate your game day with a Detroit Lions suite or premium seating experience. Few options remain for this season. Enjoy luxurious amenities like all-inclusive food and beverage, reserved parking, and a private space to host clients, friends, or family. To secure your suite or learn more, visit DetroitLionsSuites.com or call 313-262-2222.
Let's get a pass rush going here. Third and long.
All right, Lions showing 4 across the front.
Ooh, movement at the line on the far side. Free play for Kaliak Manis.
Oh, Kaliak Manis. There we go. Oh.
Throws everybody. That is a free 5 for Washington.
And Derek Moore just a little bit too quick trying to get off, trying to get that pass rush going early.
All right, we got the timeout buttons working now. If you see the screen, man, now I can turn them on and off. It's just the little details that matter to me. I don't know why.
Defense number 9, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remain third down.
It's always the biggest key on third and longs too, Jason.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the overlay? Is it okay? I know I still got some work to do on it, but
not much difference between 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 20 if you false start. But on that defensive side,
trying to make it less busy.
We just talked about it. You want to peel those ears back and get to the quarterback. Most important thing, no free yardage for that offense. 3rd and 10 is a lot.
Oh, my possession arrow is missing. Where's my possession arrow?
Play call wise. Kaliak-Manis steps up, puts it left side, and it is on target for Antonio Williams, climbing in front of Abney for a Washington first down, gain of 21.
And a little bit of pressure. That's just a really nice contested 50-50 ball over the middle of the field. Going up, strong hands, bringing it down. Pretty good coverage by Keith Abney. I just don't think he got his head back in time to make the play on that football, but man, that's one. If you're that defense, you're thinking 3rd and 15. We got to set in our sights. You give them 3rd and 10. We just mentioned offense. You feel a little bit better about those situations. Big conversion there for Washington.
I don't have the quarter clock up either.
Blake Miller's former teammate at
Let me get that fixed.
Antonio Williams with the catch. And it is a run for
Oh.
Squeezes through the defensive line and picks up about 8. Onzarike with the stop. That is a rare alley to run through for the Washington run game so far.
That didn't look like he had much room either for Allen. It kind of looked like the defense had him hemmed up right about the line of scrimmage. That shotgun run, going a little lateral. Nice job by Allen just to find a little crease to get some positive yards.
The all-time leading rusher now at Penn State, Katron Allen. As they'll bring in Trey McKitty, the tight end, to attach him to the formation. See Nowoski over the top of him. Kaliak-Manis dropping back. And he does have a first down. Pressure was coming from Ben Stilley, but he was late around the corner, and Bradley has a first down.
And that's pretty clockwork. Anytime you get an 8-9 yard gain off of a first down run, everybody on that defense is probably thinking, okay, we got to tighten up a little bit. We got to protect this line of scrimmage. Washington that time, David Blau with a nice play call just to go back to the play action pass, find a nice little comeback route for a first down inside the red zone.
Allen changing direction, and he is blown up and dropped. Dan Jackson came in like a house of fire late at the end of that play to set up second down.
What do you guys think about Dan Jackson, man? I don't know if he's got a shot to make this roster this year, which is really unfortunate because he was really showing some promise last season, and that injury screwed him up. Lions are thin on safeties, so there's always that, but
in preseason games, but
hopefully we can bring him back to the practice squad.
Chuck Clark's a veteran who's got a lot of experience in that secondary.
Of course, I only had 3 safeties on my initial 53.
A lot of games, but coach said, hey, we want to see Christian Islam. We want to see some of these other guys not only playing that corner, lucky there, but not only playing that
Offense is moving down the field on the Lions. Obviously, these penalties don't help.
You're going to have to play little musical chairs there, I think, to begin the season to see who the best 4 guys, who the best 5 guys, if you're going to try to play a lot more nickel, which Kelvin Shepard has kind of hinted at this year, being more multiple on that defense. It might take a couple games into the regular season to find who that best crew is and how well they play together.
Could also depend on the matchup week to week, how much of that you play.
Sure.
As well as it's 3rd down and 10. Reynolds is on in the backfield and a 4 wide for Washington. And we have movement at the line. This should be 5 against the Commanders.
Number 16.
Kaliak-Manis moved.
That's unique. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
Don't see that a lot from the quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are
That's
usually
right.
the guys that
That's
remember the
right.
snap count better than anybody.
Right, TJ.
But yeah, you can see him leaning a little bit. Try to go hard counts, 3rd and long. We just got a false offsides on the previous 3rd down, right?
I know I have baseball on the brain, but that's a balk.
It
looks like
That's a balk.
It's tough. It's tough when you're the quarterback that you're the one guy that doesn't remember the snap count. When you're the only one that literally speaks in the huddle.
Kaliak-Manis looks like PK85's brother. Oh, pressure on the outside by Rodriguez. That ball just gets free before Kaliak-Manis got drilled.
just set fire to Kaliak Manis.
Oh my God, did he get drilled?
A shot from Malcolm Rodriguez. He didn't even try to disguise it. He just came right. Good job by Malcolm, though, of not taking a penalty. How many penalties do we see with free rushers now? You get anywhere close to the head area, you go too low, it's a penalty. You go too high, it's a penalty. Nice job that time by Malcolm. Just a split second away from probably causing a sack fumble on that. And like we mentioned, Kelvin Shepherd, man, he's putting his guys in positions.
All right, hey, good job by the Lions, man, preventing a touchdown. I love that work, man. Good job. Good job. They avoided. Oh, almost blocked.
Bruce Stevens slides in the field goal from 20.
You know, that's what you want to see by your defense, man. If they're giving up some yardage and they're letting the offense kind of move down the field, hey, you stand them up, you force them to a field goal. That is a great set of plays there by the defense to be able to fix it and prevent the touchdown. So good job, man, by Kelvin Shepherd and those defense and those defenders, man. Get it back. Get back on track. All right, they're on commercial break. If I could talk. All right, we got to get a touchdown this next possession here, man. We need it. We're not showing a whole lot of offense. It's the one thing about the preseason I don't like, man. It's so vanilla. So vanilla. Sometimes you just need a little bit of chocolate chips in there, some cookies and cream, or I don't know, some Snickers. You need something. You need to mix it up a little bit. What's your favorite ice cream? Tell me in the chat. What's your favorite ice cream? I got ice cream on the brain. That's right. All right, if y'all enjoying the stream and you want me to do another one, let's get some thumbs up into the chat. Let's get some subscribers. Let's get this thing to 14K, man. Let's get it up there. We got to get these ads off. Once we get to 14K, we giving away something. I'm not sure what yet. I'm going to give away something. 20K. I'm going to give away 2 tickets to the Lions home game. So let's hit it. All right, action is back in.
Between TJ and me now. Chris Spielman, great to see you.
Good to see you.
Chris Spielman's looking a little thin.
Back and the hardest working play-by-play guy in the game. I love it.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you. It's too much. Too much of me. Chris, how you been? How's life?
I've been great, and just excited about this year. Obviously, everybody was a little disappointed last year, but I think coming in, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell had a vision about creating competition at all positions, and we've certainly done that, especially at the offensive line and in the defensive backs room.
It's so hard to decide at the back end of the roster because you have a lot of guys who you'd like to have.
Yeah.
As you evaluate this roster, where are the places that you're most interested in?
Well, I think I'm like you watch what we've read about, right? The backup center. We talk about that, right? You talk about the guard competition that's going on, and Christian Mahogany has actually had a pretty good camp. So everything's been going pretty good. I really am interested in the corner position because it's such a difficult position to play.
And the Lions will have it from the 26 years.
Yeah, we have not had a good return yet today.
I thought some guys did some good things. I thought Luke Altmaier continues to impress. He comes in and throws the ball. And
by the way, this stream.
Obviously,
I'll wait till he's done.
My bad. We don't, unless you're a Washington fan. You
No, you're a defensive guy. Yeah. But Devin White is a guy. There's a lot of intriguing guys in camp right now, but just with his reputation, his resume that he's had in this league, seems like he's getting better every single day. What excites you the most about the potential that he brings to this defense?
Well, he makes plays. Like I mean, every time you listen to the PA announcer, Devin White on the tackle, Devin White on tackle. That was way down in Cincinnati. It was also done here in the first half, and he and Malcolm Rodriguez have a great competition going on. It's actually really good to see Malcolm come back and play a lot this game.
Here's the call. There was a flag on the play on the run from Blackshear.
What was that?
There's also a marker on the sound.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Ouch.
I don't think.
Sorry, y'all. That hurt my ears too.
No audio.
Why are you taking cover, Jason?
I mean,
It's all right. You'll be all right.
what I was bracing for was the feedback that's bound to happen after the big thud twice.
Yes, there you go.
It's going to go against the Lions, as you saw. So,
All right, 1st and 10. Lions
down,
at the 21-yard
15.
line. Under center, Josh Dobbs. And it's play action.
Josh
He's going to get
Dobbs, play
pressure.
action. He will
Ooh,
throw
tight
far
throw.
side.
Complete to Tay Martin.
With the catch. Josh Dobbs, veteran presence, smart guy, Chris. What's your read on what he provides?
Well, he's only been here a couple weeks, and obviously he had a slow start with the interception and the fumble, but to be able to throw this out cup at that deep of an
That is a
angle to Tay
tough
Martin
throw.
is actually outstanding. Josh is a trusted guy. He's won games in this league. Obviously, we saw what he can do with his feet, and he's got a pass with Drew Petzing.
Yeah, a couple of different stops.
Yeah.
Cleveland
Dobbs under center. We got motion right. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. He's going to be stopped short. Blackshear goes
I
down.
think Tennessee claimed him after practice.
Gain of about a yard and a half.
So Josh is
Maybe.
a trusted guy, and you have guys like Luke Altmaier and Josh Dobbs, people that you can trust. And gosh forbid, nothing against them. You don't want to lose Jared Goff. And you know, one thing that Josh does bring is the ability to run the football.
Well, yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
Had some speed. Miles Frazier, a little slow getting off the field.
See Jared right there.
Ah.
And you know what?
Come on, Frazier.
Talk about Jared. We know what he does on the field, right? He's talking to Hank Fraley, our offensive line coach. Dan Skipper reporting for duty. I don't know if you guys remember that.
No, we don't remember that at all.
But Jared is constantly in it and constantly talking and communicating with the coaches. And the importance of that relationship, not only with Drew Petzing, but with Hank Fraley, is vital to a team's success.
So 3rd and 1 here for Dobbs in the offense.
We'll roll out. Come on, roll. Oh, and he's going to get it. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. And he's going to get more.
To the 49.
That is going to be about a 14-yard gain for Blackshear, man. If he would have cut that thing, little jump cut to the right, that might have been a TD.
Drew Petzing. I always tell people that's the most important relationship in the building, in my opinion, is your play caller and quarterback being on the same page.
Yeah.
But
Big time
the fact
play.
that they
That's a
challenge
big
each other,
time play.
There might be a play that's good. How can we make it better?
Yeah.
They seem like they have that relationship.
Well, I think as an offensive coordinator, you have to have an open mind, especially with the quarterback and the amount of success that Jared has had throughout his career.
Oh,
especially the
handoff,
last few
trips up
years.
behind the field, man, or behind the backfield.
There's Drew Petzing. And Dan Campbell was talking about Petzing earlier this week. He said, look, even if I say, hey, let's not run this, he's always got another solution. He's always got another creative answer. And that level of thinking about problem solving as a play caller, Dan said he's really impressed.
Well, the beautiful thing, and Drew hit on this in a feature I saw about him, was all the weapons that he's inherited when you come here with Jahmyr Gibbs, St. Brown, Jameson, Laporta, and the list goes on. And his challenge is to make sure everybody gets the touches, which is an offensive coordinator's dream. Quite frankly, compared to what he had at Arizona last year, it's not.
Come on,
the same.
Dobbs, get out, get rid of the ball.
Dobbs on the
Get rid of it. There you go.
And he gets it out to the far side. It is Black, and it could not haul it in. So 3rd down coming up. Yeah, part
We
of
need to
what
see
you
more
deal
effective
with
play
as a
calling here.
coordinator, I would imagine, is simply figuring out the best times to do that and not just force feeding.
Right. Well, I think everything. I believe this, and I think hopefully TJ will concur with me. If he doesn't, then I have no idea what I'm talking about. But football is a game of matchups, especially out there. So you
You
always
think?
try to exploit the best matchup that you have. We got St. Brown.
All right, we got a 3rd and unmanageable. 11 yards to go. Dobbs is in shotgun.
Because of the speed, and Jahmyr can go anywhere, and he's going to have.
And Dobbs is going to get pressure right away, and he's going to get the ball out. And Tay Martin just can't come up with the football. He would have had a 1st down.
Pressure got it away on the hands of Martin.
Yeah, Washington bringing some pressure. Looked like a miscommunication.
Oh, Martin, you.
Josh Dobbs, veteran quarterback.
That was a
You know you're
catchable
gonna take
ball,
a
y'all.
shot. It's third down. I got to make a play.
You have to catch that
it's a
ball.
Nice shot by Josh Dobbs. Man, Tay Martin's going to want that one back because not only if you made that catch, it's a first down.
Come on, Dobbs, head up, buddy. Head up, man.
Running as well.
And Tay's had a really good camp, not only as a receiver and a blocker.
Dobbs shows his emotions quite well.
I did not disagree with your take on matchups. Yes.
This again is the most agreeable booth in preseason football. We learned that earlier.
I'm starting to worry that I'm agreeing with you, Jason. It's a little bit of an issue for me right now.
The only word I would lop off from that is starting to worry. Full worry, full panic.
Yeah. But I think when you look at this, and here's another weapon, by the way, and I don't usually do this, but Jack Fox, right? A guy that can flip the field. He's a luxury that we forget about a lot of times.
All right, punts away.
Usually like punters is what you're saying.
I can't stand them.
That's
actually.
right.
Decent punt.
McCaffrey on the return.
Oh, and a hell of a tackle there.
Dropped
Number 5'1". Is that Reader?
Troy Reader.
That's
came
Reader.
Down to blow it up. There is a marker.
Oh, come on, man.
Which do you like more, punters or penalty flags?
Long snappers. Literally. I mean, if you have a kid, teach them to long snap.
All right, back in the chat.
Years in the league and not hit anybody. Now they even protect them where they don't allow a lot of.
All right, so what I was saying earlier is this stream will roll right into the post-game show. So when I end this one, it'll go right into the post-game show. We'll do a little bit of a reaction. We'll talk about it. We'll open up the phone lines, and then you guys can discuss whatever's on your mind about this team, what you liked today, what you didn't like today. I'll give you about 90 seconds or so, unless the banter back and forth is pretty good. If you just want to call in and just leave a couple of questions and then I answer it off air, we can do that too. If you just want to call and make a statement about the team and no questions, you can do that too. Do whatever you want. Just please watch the language and just try to be respectful to the sponsors, which, man, I haven't rolled an ad yet, have I? Let's get a sponsor in real quick.
Every day, thousands of people are discovering Uper Lights, Michigan's newest, funnest rock to go find on the shores of the Great Lakes. Don't go out with just any light. Try the Convoy C8 from UperLights.com. It's guaranteed for life, and you'll find all the ones everyone else misses. Quality UV lights that are perfect for Uper Lights with prices starting as low as $20. Please make sure to visit UperLights.com for all your UV flashlight needs with the best guarantees on the market. Just what you wanted and not what you didn't. The best quality, the best guarantees, and the best UV flashlights from UperLights.com.
We've had about 230 was the max in so far today, about 190 in right now. We're sitting at 100 likes. Oh, now we're back up to 200 viewers. Man, if we get those likes up, I'm going to dial the ads all the way back as far as YouTube will let me go. I don't want you guys punished any more than you have to be for the rest of this half. Well, give it a like, man. Help us out. Even better, subscribe, because we're in subscriber mode only to try to get rid of those bots, which, hey, they've been away for a little while. I haven't seen them in for a while, so looks like they gave up on subscribing. There we go. There's a couple more likes, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Keep forgetting I got to get my music up on the stream deck, so I don't got to keep going back and forth.
Who's got the better beard is the real question.
Jack. I told him he's never going to break the all-time tackle record. He's going to find himself hurt in the hallway one day at Allen Park Meyer Performance Center.
That's great. Spielman must hold it.
I mean that, Jack. I'm going to have Brad sign me to one-day contract, one-game contract.
That is amazing.
Get chicken-necked again, Jason. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Sam Hartman's going to hand it off. You didn't look to be very happy in that picture that we had of you.
Yeah.
You weren't terribly pleased at that moment.
That's because offensive lineman guard in particular was probably just holding like they cheat and hold all the time. They don't play within the rules.
False.
But
Jack Campbell, 4th year out of Iowa.
Yeah.
What do you think of his development at this moment in time in his career?
He's really improved from day one. I love his effort. It's nonstop. He's a leader. He's no nonsense. And the reason why he's such a good leader because he produces. You cannot lead by being the locker room lawyer guy. You have to lead by.
Come on, get that pressure.
And that's what Jack
does. Great opportunity to release the Hounds right there. Nice tackle there, open field there by Keith Abney.
Battle at linebacker brought to you by Frankenmuth Insurance. It's a room that you're trying to figure out who
bets on preseason? I certainly don't. The only betting I do throughout the season is when we do the Rocks Locks. And that is just so that I put all my picks out there, on DraftKings so that they're locked in and that way they can't change. You know what I mean? That way we keep it above bar, or above board. All right, 3rd and 5 for the Commanders, man. They're backed up 12-yard line. Shotgun snap. Oh, pressure up the middle again. It looked like Skylar Gill-Howard was quarter second away. Abney in great coverage, man, staying in phase. And that was Skylar Gill-Howard almost getting to the quarterback, Kelly Marcus again.
Texas Tech, it was a menace.
Yeah, watch him right here. The one thing he does really well is he turns his shoulders and gets himself skinny.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Love it.
His number 50 gets
He's just too quick for these guys.
That gives a small target for the offensive lineman to hit. Now, he's really good. His efforts have been outstanding. He and Wingo come in with a small rush package that's been pretty effective this game. It has. It's good to see Wingo back, too.
Greg Dortch.
Oh, there we go, Dortch. There we go, Dortch. Now that's a move. That little move just got him about another 9 yards. That of you, Dortch.
He's stocky, man. He can make guys miss. He can run you over.
Chris, I'm being told that because you use the telestrator, we're going to send you on your way.
I didn't clear quick enough.
We'll stay as long as you want, Chris.
We do leave you with Lions preseason, the home game.
Man, Skylar Gill-Howard just continues to impress. So one of the big questions I had this week, which next week we're going to start doing the, beginning of the season, we'll start doing some members only stuff, but we'll do the mailbag at least every 2 weeks, but we're trying to do it once a week. We just got to get enough people in. Mailbag@rockdown.com is the email. You can lock it in. Mailbag@rockdown.com. Also, to call the show, 313-podcast. That's 313-763-2278. You can give us a call after the show when we do the pregame show. You can lock it in and you can text us throughout the week. You can send, voicemails. If I'm not live and if I'm not taking calls, I'm not going to answer it. So leave a voicemail. or send us a text. And if, we'll read that stuff online when we're live, and we'll do a special segment just for the fans, man, and get what you're talking about out there and kind of break it down and try to give you some insights if we can. Otherwise, man, big run by Travion Williams. That was huge. So take advantage of it, right? We want you on the show. We want your voice out to the people. Oh, we got an injured player. Oh, no. Who is that? That's Michael Neese. Oh, no. He's our center. Oh, shit. Oh. Man, those just errant leg whips. All right, he's off on his own power. Looks like he's all right. Might have just been a scare. Oh, back to a commercial. Come on, people. If anything, I just watched that replay again. He might end up having a little bruise to that MCL. Hopefully no hyperextension to the PCL. MCL on the inside, PCL on the outside of that knee. The way that his knee kind of bent inwards there when the defender's leg hit it. Jogging off under his own power is great news. All right, I'm going to take a brief break. I got to go make myself some food before I pass out. I haven't eaten all day. I'll be right back. In a second. I forgot to do something.
Off the screen, Seth McLaughlin is in.
Oh, we got to jump.
False start on the offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
That is the way it goes in preseason football, right? You get
a lot of times, unfortunately. You don't want it to. I mean, you just coming off a nice play there, good gain on first down, and boy, turn that mic off.
Yeah, I liked it more when his mic didn't work.
Yeah, 1st and 10. Now you go to 1st and 15.
It's a handoff for Williams, who just had that big hit off the screen. It'll be a gain of 4, and second down coming up for the Lions. This offense, a top 5 offense last year in the NFL, scoring offense, total offense as well. Drew Petzing takes over as the offensive coordinator, and by all accounts, as you and Chris were talking about, the relationship with Jared Goff is one that is going to thrive on creativity of pushing each other.
Yeah, challenging each other, right? And nice delivery there from Josh.
There we go, nice pass.
Hands quick.
Lucky Jackson with the catch. 3rd down on the way. But yes, that relationship is so important. You have to be on the same page. You have to be in unison. You can't have a quarterback in the huddle where he hears a play call and, why we're calling this. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to have these guys. You have to have these guys on the same page. It sounds like all accounts so far, Drew Petzing and Jared Goff, the way that they've been communicating, the way they've been challenging each other. Like we said, you might have a good play. How can we make it better?
Lions are in the Heinz red zone. Josh Dobbs in at quarterback for this drive. Cunningham in motion. Dobbs scanning, firing.
There we go. Good protection there, man. He had all day in the pocket.
1st and goal, Lions.
Look at Josh Dobbs, the protection 1st and 4.
All right, I'll be right back.
Miles Frazier moving out to left guard, get some help from Mason Miller coming in to seal that, open up the throwing lane. And Josh Dobbs, you could tell that was about his 3rd or 4th read that play. Going to the backside, didn't like what he saw. Find somebody open, 3rd down. You can keep the sticks moving, especially down here in the red zone. That's the difference in these games, whether you have to settle for a field goal or try here to put yourself in a position to score a touchdown.
He's changing the play here down to 6 on the play clock, and it is a run. Travion Williams crashing through for half of it. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now this is where the focus on the offensive line becomes sharper.
Limited space down here in the red zone, especially when you get to that 5-yard line. You have to be able to run the football. You have to. There's just so many limited options in what you can do in the passing game or the play action game. Everything is just so compacted together. So I wouldn't be surprised here to see maybe another read option. If Josh Dobbs likes something on the backside, maybe see him use his legs again to try to get in his end zone. Dan Campbell didn't like the formation, calling a timeout. Hey, you can tell right away.
Detroit. This is their first time out of the
Coach Campbell
house.
saw that.
This is where we live, where a major breakthrough meets the morning coffee, where a game-changing idea hits the game-winning shot, where round-the-clock research assures more time away, where we drive, explore, and discover, where devoted fans roar and good times roll, where our heart, soul, and science come to life. This is what we live for, because this is where we live. We are Henry.
So out of the timeout, it is 2nd and goal for the Lions from the 5. Dobbs out of the gun. Right ahead, Travion Williams looking for that front door, and he is down maybe a yard short. Do it again, right?
Yeah, why not? And anytime you have a threat of Josh Dobbs, I know he doesn't keep this football, but it slows down the backside of that defense. I'm not a big fan normally of running the ball out of shotgun, especially when you're this part of the field or 3rd and short or 4th and short, unless you have a quarterback that is a threat to pull it. Josh Dobbs already busted off the 50-yard touchdown. So with him in shotgun, he's got a threat to pull. It's going to keep that defense honest on the backside.
Williams again. This time he is in. Touchdown, Lions. He was not going to be denied.
Right back to it. Little read option. 56. See how it slows him down on the backside, though. It doesn't allow him to collapse down the line. And really
nice work
shot by the interior of that offensive line. Look at the double teams, the pad level. You know that defense is going to be coming, especially when it comes to the secondary and the linebackers. They're going to be coming downhill, meeting you fast. Keep those pad level down.
Figures. I don't get to test my timeouts, and we get a touchdown. Here we go.
If you end up with your feet in the end zone, most times the running back's going to end up with his feet in the end zone, too.
That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happened with Colby Swordall on that
Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield, and win the blue and silver wave. Stand and cheer the brave, rah, rah, rah. Go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gang, a Lions victory. Go Lions!
Yeah, buddy. All right. Nice run there by Travion Williams, man. I was up in the kitchen watching it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know, like I step away for 2 minutes. We get a nice run. We get a touchdown, and we get a timeout off the board. So I didn't get to touch. There. Timeout off the board. We're caught up now. This Travion Williams, man. He might, he might be making an argument. He might be making a real argument on this roster.
Prince Edward Island. You got that one committed to
the
memory?
east side. I'm sure it's same time as us.
To be clear, TJ
Vancouver's
was
a
looking
couple
at his
hours behind.
watch as though the real local.
Oh no, Nice was ended up being carted off the field.
I know what time it is in Toronto. I'll tell you that.
Anyway, the Lions TV network extends a special thanks to all of our affiliates in Michigan, Northern Ohio, and abroad, and at 2:13 p.m. in Toronto.
All right, we picked up some more likes, man. I'm gonna kick the ads back. Let's keep it rolling.
I always know what time it is.
Takes 2 seconds, man. Just reach down and just tap that thing.
It's penalty time.
Yeah. Into the fourth quarter preseason.
It's flag o'clock.
Illegal formation on the receiving team, number 19. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the run. First down.
Illegal formation on the kickoff.
What?
On the receiving team.
On the receiving team.
It's been a year now with the new kicking rules.
Yeah. Are you still
hazy? I still struggle.
You're still hazy.
I still struggle.
Yeah, I think we all do,
Too
TJ.
confusing.
We don't even know what it catches anymore in this league.
As we all watch more games of this and you see some of the quirks get called, that's why the explanations are helpful.
All right, Skylar Howard, you can't get a sack until I get back.
Motion man Jacoby Jones.
Nice read. They started dropping back.
Ooh,
ooh.
Is incomplete to Cager, who put it on the ground.
Cager saw Whiteside coming and was like, oh, I'm going down, man.
14-10, the Lions over the Commanders.
All right, they're going to take a quick break. Now I'm going to go get my pizza. Be right back. Anchovies, that's gross, bro. That's so gross. Only thing I can have anchovies in is in Caesar. All right, what's this thing about this trade? What's going on now?
Aleem, last year coming back from injury, you said
Let
you
me
felt like
back
you were
this up.
mentally there, but physically not where you wanted to be. However, coming into this season, you're exactly where you want to be. Feeling back to yourself. How
Heard rumors of Joey Porter.
holding you back?
Say the last part again.
Relieving is it, knowing that
Bro.
nothing's holding you back this year?
It's very good. It's very good. I had a full offseason under me. I was able to
Joey Porter.
jump, do whatever I needed to do. And,
Okay. I'm just gonna take a wild guess, but I'm not gonna guess
And it's
at
your
where
sixth
that came
season
from.
with the Lions, and you've become more of a vocal leader, especially with the rookies. Why was this such a point of emphasis?
Like,
for you?
what do we need? What do we need Joey Porter for? I mean, he's a hell of a football player. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have him on the team too.
Helped a lot rather than somebody showing by example, because you can show anything, but it might not be the right example. So I started using my voice a little bit more too, and I just feel like an older guy now. I've never really been one of those, but it feels better doing it this way.
Thanks, Elaine.
So thanks to Aleem McNeil.
So this whole trade rumor, obviously, it's just a rumor. I mean, people are looking for content, right? So they're just gonna throw out some wild shit.
Just hit for 55.
I think the rumor is
And now,
like he's in the last year of his rookie deal, right? So do you trade him before you got to pay him? Okay. There you go, Gil Howard. See, I told you can't do anything till I get back. I get back, he makes the play.
A number of times today, not only in the run game, but when it comes to getting some
He's like unstoppable right now. And I know it's not against the ones, but he's been going up against someone so far.
quarterback, and that play, he's going to get credit for that tackle. But like you mentioned, the first name, Trevor Nowaski, was really the reason why that play didn't work. He set the edge on the front side, didn't get driven out, forced everything back to his teammates. But that number 50, man, Skylar Gil Howard's going to be a name to watch as we get.
We got everybody standing up on the defensive line. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Loud it's gotten here, and it affects Washington.
I love it. That's that Ford Field. That's that Ford Field, man. It is so loud in there.
Him being back and healthy was
Um,
couldn't hear Patty's first question.
Yeah, look, I love the taller DBs too, man.
You'd be surprised. I mean, look at the crowd.
And yeah, if you put things in caps, I'll see it better. Here's the thing. Lions are not making a trade for anybody. If you traded for Joey Porter right now, how much do you think it would cost? At least a second-round pick? At least. Probably a second and a fourth, maybe?
For offense, I think the same report. I know he's banged up a little bit right now. Doesn't seem to be a long-term concern, but those two guys, I think, are really, really primed to have some big years for this team.
Kaliak Manis down the middle. It's Nash again.
Come on, guys. No friendly fire, man.
It is without Sample. Last year, you don't have him. It's a hip this time around, but you just become so much more flexible in formation.
Well, especially with what Drew Petzing specialties. Look at what.
So I'm just looking up a few things here. Here's what it's saying: a projected draft capital cost for a Joey Porter trade would be a mid to late first round pick and a future day 3 pick, or you would get a very early second round pick. Man, that should have been an interception, guys. A very early second round pick packaged with a third round pick and then another future day 3 pick. So you're looking at round 2 and 3 next year and a future 4, 5, or 6, or 5, 6, 7. And then you're looking at, or a first and then a future 4, 5. Brad ain't giving that up. He might be willing to give up some of the later picks, but you got to remember next year, here you go, field goal by Washington.
A ton of success, and also what he does in the run game too.
And it's good. You got to remember, next year's draft is going to be loaded with some quarterbacks. And if you're just now watching this channel for the first time, so I do a lot of draft analysis. I cover the drafts. We go to the drafts with credentials, and we break it all down. We do a lot of draft analysis on DetroitFootballJournal.com. I also write for a couple of other publications, and then we're looking at getting added to like Yahoo Sports and some other places here this year, or this next year. I did, after all of the hard work that I've put in, I just got invited in my email the other day, the Huddle Report. If you know anything about the Huddle Report, you know that they have a pool of all of the top NFL draft analysts in the country. And every year there's a competition for their NFL draft analysis and their picks, right, by round. And last year I had 24 24 out of the 32 in the first round. The year before that, I had 26. And the ones in 24 were called live. Or I'm sorry, 25 were called live on air. Last year, they were written, and we did some live, but I had correctly placed how many players were going to make it in the first round. Didn't do as well on the teams, but I did near perfect on the position. So I'm not tooting my own horn here. I'm just giving you the info if you haven't been here before. So Huddle Report invited me. I got the email the other day. Hey, we would like to invite you to become part of the national draft analysis, and appreciated the work that I put out. And so I said, hell yeah, I'll do it. Why not? I'd love to be ranked with all those guys. Throughout, probably going to get my ass kicked, but all right, it's all right. But throughout the year, I also do picks every week of wins, what teams are going to win. And I finished third the last 2 years against everybody in the nation. So I love this stuff. Like, this is what I live for every year, man. This is what I do. Is that the draft is so fun to me. I say all that crap to say this. Next year's draft is going to be loaded with some quarterbacks. Do I think that the Lions are interested in a quarterback? Yes, I think they are. I think that if Altmaier turns out, if he works out, then hold on. What's TJ Lang talking about?
160-degree view.
Oh, we're talking about what quarterbacks use to practice with, like Jed and Jaden Daniels. Yeah. If Altmaier works out, then they may not be looking for a backup. But what about the future for Goff? Because I think he's under contract through 2028, 2029 at the very latest, somewhere in that range. What are you doing at that position? Because if you're going to continue to pay all these big time contracts out, you're going to run out of money, man. And you're not going to be able to keep everybody. So at what point do you start grooming the future? And look, I don't want JG to go anywhere. I think he has a lot of mileage left on those tires. But I do think that they may be interested in another backup. That's not the first round. It could be. It could be grooming a guy. But at the same time, that means a lot of defensive players are going to be pushed later into the first round where the Lions are expected to pick, which should be pick 32, right, in next year's draft. And so I think that he's not going to want to give that up. He's not going to want to give up that opportunity to bring in a bunch of, very valuable football players in next year's draft to probably have another 2023 draft is what I'm seeing out of next year's draft. So I don't think he's going to want to give up that draft cap. And then if you bring in Joey Porter, how are you going to pay him? Because he's going to want a brand new contract, and you're talking $25 million a year. How are we going to pay him? That's the biggest thing. There's no way that, you've heard it from Brad and Dan. They can't afford to pay anybody. So how can they afford to bring other guys in that cost a lot of money? What I would be looking for in a trade right now is go find a stable guard. Go find a stable guard, on the left side. If Mahogany's not perfect, we need to go get a stable guard. That is what I would trade for.
They make you look better.
I can see that happening.
And that gives you more motivation to where,
anyway,
just cover these guys up. There's so much potential to have an explosive play every single time you snap the ball.
Reynolds to win a Super Bowl? I could see that, Rich. But
with the skills players that are on this offense that we're going to be seeing in a couple weeks.
Is he going to want to play? You're trading them. You're trading for them. Would you give up a second and a third round pick for a rental? You've seen how quickly guys get injured. DBs get injured all the time. And Frazier's back in. That's good news. I wouldn't be giving up a second and a third round pick on a rental or a first in the future. Ain't no way. No way. I think our DB room is solid, man. You look at these players, these playmakers that we have, they've been solid all year so far. Like, there hasn't been much let off. Yeah, we're not getting a ton of picks yet, but it's happening in practice. We don't even have our starters out, like the majority of them haven't played today or played long. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're good. Like, Whiteside is a major breath of fresh air. You look at their passing stats for the day for the Washington Commanders. They only have 162 yards so far, 11 of 14. You know, the defense has done their job today, but when the offense has been in, I'm sorry, they're 18 of 23 for 178. That's great. If we keep them under 225, that's fantastic. With our backups, you know, I think we're good.
Snaps, and just to think he's just going into year 4, man, and all the success he's had already.
There you go, Luke. Get it. Oh, and there's a flag. Oh my God, y'all. That's the second pass interference call we've had in 15 years. Wow.
A little bit too much contact.
Pass interference on the defense, number 37.
Yeah, but so Rich, you say if it gets a Super Bowl. And the funny thing about the word if and the word Super Bowl is I didn't see anything there. Is Super Bowls are never guaranteed. Right now, the Rams, according to all the Lions fans that don't like Brad Holmes, the Rams right now are supposed to win the Super Bowl because they went out and got Myles Garrett, right? And apparently Aaron Donald's coming back. So if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, how does that $50 million a year rental look, you know, and trading away first round draft picks? How does that look for the Rams? So if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, that is a huge mistake. And that's exactly what Brad Holmes won't do. He won't make a huge mistake. And I'm just going to tell you, the Rams ain't winning the Super Bowl this year. Ain't happening. Because the Lions are. Here we go. Nice completion there to Dominic Lovett. Needed him to show up today, man. You know, last week we had a ticky-tack one on Tariq Black, so a makeup call, I guess.
We love first 3 seasons comparisons, especially when they look like this. That is wild.
The touchdowns.
Myles Garrett.
Goodness.
Myles who?
He's a machine, Jason. You nailed it. Home run threat every single play, and you never know when it's going to happen. And that's why I think as an offensive lineman, it gives you that much more motivation because you'll hear certain play calls and you're saying, okay, if we get the right defense, man, this could be a big one. But you just never know when it's going to happen. Literally could happen.
Haven't seen too many batted balls.
Toss, a screen, a trap, a wham play with him hitting the line of scrimmage at full speed. You know, if you just cover that guy up, if you cover the guy up in front of you for a split second, if you can get to the secondary, if you can get that second level, the linebackers. And also, you got to factor in the receivers, too. I know the receivers here, Amon-Ra St. Brown, if you watch him block during some run plays, it is so impressive to see the skill that he has, the motivation that he has. There's a lot of star receivers in this league that don't really want much to do with
What is our second punt of the day?
Digging safeties out of a hole.
Third punt?
Complete opposite.
Or don't care about the details as much as he does, which is through the roof as McCaffrey is back to receive on a fair catch. It's a 36-yard punt.
It's a short punt.
And Washington is pinned back.
Luke McCaffrey. You say I played with Max McCaffrey.
Well, I had said
so many McCaffrey. You said there's so many McCaffrey skills guys. It was Max McCaffrey, but Luke McCaffrey himself is a heck of a player.
You'll still get an invite to the reunion.
Every month, Service Professor offers specials on our heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, and sewer services, plus financing. Visit Service Professor.
All right, so I'm just gonna throw this out there too. There's a lot of clickbait going on. There has been no new developments with Sam Laporta. None. No new developments. So there is no tough decisions. there's no developments on the injury. Right now, he's dealing with that hip injury that he suffered this past week, and there's no decisions made as far as whether he's going to be ready for week 1 or not. The likelihood that he plays in week 1 is still good. There was no imaging or anything that came back that said he had anything crazy going on. It's more than likely it's just that bruise, that bone bruise that is going to be pretty tough. But we've had other guys with bone bruises. I mean, Ennis Rakestraw had a bone bruise contusion the other day, and he's been playing. But with your guy, Sam Laporta, you need him healthy for the season. It's completely understandable. He's not going to play in the preseason anyway. Hold the guy out as long as you need to. You know, you get him a couple of weeks of downtime and treatment, he should be okay. So unless something else comes out, you know, he's fine. Yeah, Nick, I'm sorry, man. You don't have that same.
Will be under center at the steering wheel.
You've lost that love and feeling, man. You've lost that love and feeling. I'm sorry, but why do you think that the Lions can't win a Super Bowl with the current foundation? Have you forgot that the Lions are the only team with 9 players in the top 10 voted by everybody in the league, and that J-Mo was just on the outside of that bubble? Did you forget that we have 7 players that are ranked in the top 3 to 5 of their position, with Jared Goff getting screwed like he does every year? Like, I don't know what other team you're looking at that has a better foundation. There's not any other team in the league that has a better foundation than what the Lions have. There's just not. Offensively. Defensively, I think you've seen a major change this year, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better, man. That defense is getting better. The new scheme, it's a big change.
He had a pick 6 in practice earlier this week. Monday night. Yeah, Monday night they ran a pretty.
The 15-2 year, if anyone thought that we were going to win a Super Bowl that year, I don't know why. We had 21 players on IR that year, but we won, the last third of the season, or even half of the season, on the backs of our backups. And I mean, that was incredible play. Coming off of an NFC Championship berth, where that's the year that we really should have gone to the Super Bowl. But we've had a top 5 producing offense every year since 2023. Our defense has been great until they get injured. But there's no way that I thought that we were going to win anything going 15-2 with the 1 seed. I mean, I said it. I mean, I was optimistic with everybody on the channel and saying, hey, we're going to win every game. I was the only person sitting right here telling everyone that we were still going to win games throughout the year. Everyone thought that we were done. As soon as Hutch went out, we're done. It's cooked. Nope. We still had like the second or third most pressures that year. If it might have been more, but it was at least the second or third most pressures that year. Sacks don't matter. TFLs do. And the Lions produced. And the only mistake that Aaron Glenn made was too much blitzing, man. But that still doesn't mean that we were going to be able to beat Washington and then continue on to go to the Super Bowl. We didn't have anybody. Everybody was injured. Jack Campbell was the last guy left in that front 7. And then Amik Robertson went out and others started going out, and that season was over, man. It was just, they played some games with their hair on fire, against Minnesota in week 18 that made you believe. And I'm always going to believe, but I knew there wasn't a shot. Even if we beat Washington, we were not going to beat, I think the Eagles were next. We were not going to beat the Eagles. We didn't have enough, man. The real shot was 2023. That's why Dan Campbell said that. But now we just need to stay healthy, man. If we just stay healthy, we're fine. There you go, O'Neal. Surprised I didn't see a flag for hands to the face on O'Neal, man. He just got underneath the helmet. Nice pressure, man.
What a play, what a drive.
Oh, my goodness.
Good conversations, though. I love going back and forth about this stuff.
Not a sexy number for a defensive end, but if you can go make some plays like that, coming off the edge, fourth down, got to have it. Chop, rip, get to the quarterback. There you go.
Oh, as far as Branch and Kirby, so like I've been trying to say for a while now, the whole plan with them was to put them on reserve pup. And the reason why is because you save those roster spots. So if you go to DetroitFootballJournal.com and you look at my initial 53, which my new one will come out. What day is it? It'll probably come out tomorrow. So it'll probably come out tomorrow. There's not going to be a lot of changes in it, but if you look at the initial 53, I broke it down from practice squad to vet squad to injury squad, whether it's reserve pup or an IR designation to return or IR for the season. And I had Branch and Kirby on reserve pup because that way they miss the first 4 weeks of the season is what it is. If they decide not to do that with Kirby, then you're going to lose one of our DBs or one of our edge or one of our linebackers, and that sucks. But I really think that Damone Clark and Chuck Clark. I always get those two confused. Chuck Clark and Avonte Maddox and Thomas Harper, they've been playing really good football. I think they're going to be just fine. Even Christian Isian, when he goes back to fill in at the strong safety position, he's been playing good. And the fact that we're going to nickel, well, now you don't need Kirby on an island, right? You don't need Chuck on an island. So if you always have some sort of a too deep or too shallow shell going on, and you got 5 DBs on the field, you're getting faster, right? You've got more coverage. You can spread the field horizontally a little bit better. As long as that front 7 can maintain those rush lanes, we'll be all set. So I think it's a good plan, and I think that's where they're headed. We knew that Branch had an opportunity to return during camp, but I think they made the right decision. Early I was bitching about it because Daniel Jones was on the field, Patrick Mahomes was on the field, and they were injured at the same time. And so I'm thinking, why is Branch not back then? They're playing. Why can't Branch play? It's the smart move because they want him for the rest of the year. So if he comes back week 5 or if he comes back week 7 after the bye, I think we'll be okay. The other players that you're looking at IR to return, Cade Mays, there's one of those positions is done. What about Peyton Turner? What about Jimmy Rolder? Too much pressure up the middle there for Altmaier. He goes down. Loss of about 8 on the play. So where was I?
Yeah, just a blown assignment.
Huge blown assignment, man. Is that Frazier again? Come on, dude. Frazier just doesn't look. He doesn't look great.
Blame on any individual. Just the communication has to clean up front. You cannot have those free runners in the backfield. If you're going to get beat, you call it die a slow death, right? At least get beat late. Anytime a defensive tackle gets in the backfield that fast, that's a.
Come on, Altmaier, fling it. There you go. Oh, got to get that ball out quicker, man. He had plenty of room to be able to get that first down.
3 just sat down right in the middle of the field and picked up 16.
A nice job by Luke Altmaier that time. It's buying a little bit of extra time. Good job with the protection and just a really nice route there.
So Kendrick Law's already on IR, so that's one of our IRs burned. But you get 2 IR to return on the roster at cut down day. Cade Mays is 1.
A lot of times sets up a 3rd and 3 here. So really nice job between Altmaier and Cunningham.
Peyton Turner could be the other one because he hasn't appeared in camp yet. Outside of like the first day, I think. You could put him on an injury settlement, which seems more likely. Jimmy Rolder, well, it sounds like he's not going to make it back. So what do you do with him? Do you put him? You can't put him on injury settlement because he might get snaked. So do you set him down for the season, or is he your other IR to return? So if Jimmy's the IR to return and Cade Mays is, I think that means Peyton Turner's going to get an injury settlement or waived.
Motion, love it. Altmaier rolling. Altmaier buying time. He's got
There we go. It's a first down. Nice play. That to you, Meeks.
And the Lions move the sticks.
There you go. Nice job by Altmaier, using the legs again.
And then again, reserve pup, Kirby and Brian. So I think those are your moves, man. Those are your moves.
Use your legs, use your athleticism, get out of the pocket. It's fourth down. Can't throw the ball out of bounds. Other team's going to get the ball. Try to find a way to keep your eyes downfield and get some pocket movement and get to the edge. Deliver a first down. Keep this drive going. That's a big-time play from Altmaier. Make a play. Make a play.
It took 54 minutes for the first fourth down attempt for the Lions. In this
So, Nick, I hear you, too. Like, I completely understand that.
Which also may set a record.
I completely understand that because of what you just said. I don't know if it's the right decision for Kirby because rehab's over. Nothing more you can do with a knee. Test it, see where it goes. If he gets swelling and inflammation immediately, then it's over. So I think what the goal is, and this is just what I would do, but I think this is the goal. You don't want to burn a roster spot right now because of what you just said. If that swelling and everything comes back and he can't play, and you burned a roster spot and you just lost a guy that you cut and now gets picked up by another team, then what? I mean, that's like double whammy. That happened to us a couple years ago with Mosley. They didn't put Mosley on reserve pup. They put him on the roster, and we ended up losing. Who was that corner that went to Arizona? And he ended up playing like 20 games for Arizona by now. What the hell was his name? Starling Thomas. We lost Starling Thomas. And so that burned them. And I think that Brad Holmes learned from that. So I don't think that they're going to do the same thing with Kirby. Stash him for 4 games. They have plenty of guys right now. And then you bring them up for a game. And if something happens, you're not going to lose your guys. But we have plenty of vets in that room right now that can go to the vet squad too.
Hines makes other condiments.
Great conversation, man. Great stuff for the post game.
It's a run for Williams, and he will lean forward, try and get back to the line of scrimmage. They do. I just wanted to be clear.
Catch-up is
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Just trying to get an NIL deal. TJ, you know where this is going.
Hey, milk it as long as you can, man. Look at Drew Petzing. Look at that shiny haircut, by the way. Solid.
All right, be nice, Lang.
He got his first coaching job because a friend of a friend, like a family
Petzing's
friend,
all waxed up today.
and he ended up working at Harvard for his first job. He was at Yale a couple years later, got his way into the NFL, and is just everywhere he's been known as a grinder, a hard worker, as the Commanders get a stop here. Yeah. But you said it, the tight end room with what Trey McBride did in Arizona will be fascinating to watch as this develops.
And he's got a lot of weapons. Obviously, we spoke on Sam Laporta. Brock Wright is really starting to come along. Well known for what he does.
Remember, at the end of this game, it'll roll right into the post-game show.
A couple catches and run after the catch, right? Tyler Conklin, another guy that they signed, who's a very experienced tight end. But it gives you multiplicity. You don't have to necessarily be an 11 personnel team or a 12 personnel team. Hey, let's go 13. Let's go
100%.
Put 4 tight ends on the field sometimes. And if you can have these guys that can line up out wide, line up inside, you can really start to mess with that defense. I'm super excited to see the creativity that Drew Petzing can bring to this offense.
It is kids takeover day here at Ford Field, and so Drew Petzing's kids got a chance to take over Ford Field. Oh,
that's awesome.
That is cutest video of the day. Here you go. By the way,
hit that. Get him right in the chest.
Oh, down he goes.
There you go.
It's a sack.
There you go. That's awesome. That's what it's about. These coaches work so hard, man. You're gone 18, 20 hours a day, especially during training camp. Anytime you get to spend some time with the family, bring the kids out, show them what you do. Man, it kind of reminds you of why you do all this in the first place. That's so cool to see Drew and his kids out there, and I'm sure
a lot of other coaches and players getting to spend time with their families today as well.
That is the first official sack for Emilia on Dad.
There you go, Bates.
All right. Field goal is good for Jake
Good work,
Bates,
buddy.
And the Lions have put up 17 in this game 2 in the preseason. 2:26 to go in this one. The Lions will have to get one more stop to finish the deal as we take a look at our play of the game. Brought to you by McDonald's. It's the explosiveness of Josh Dobbs.
And just the read option. But look at the way that he put the ball in the running back's stomach. Really sold it, got that defensive end to buy down, and just took it 50 yards by himself. The speed, the burst, the ball security. Rough start for this offense. We know that first couple series, but to be able to rebound, that's what coaches want to see. How can you respond? How can you respond in times of adversity? That was a big play in this game with how rough the struggle was offensively early. Josh Dobbs comes up with a big play early in that game to tie it back up and get that momentum back on his team sideline.
Man, not much today from Anthony Lucas or Eric Hunter.
And what he's done for that program as well by making it cool, as they have said, to be a scientist and a guy interested in that. He's been called the Pastronaut because of his proclivity for being an astronaut. But did you know, and this is a prize for sticking around.
Ball's on the ground.
Nobody's got a hand.
Oh.
And let's see who's got
Ball's loose on the ground.
Lions got it.
There's still a fight for it.
Man, that scrum is so
Chris
intense.
Barnes, it looked like, had a chance at it for Washington. At first, they'll unpack the pile.
I think it was Jackson Meeks who had the first initial shot on the returner. That popped it loose. Oh, they're going to give it to Washington, but man, that's a great rep by Jackson Meeks attacking that football. That's what Dan Campbell wants to see, not only from his defense, but the special teams as well.
We came up with it. He had his back turned.
The Lions have it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Meeks gunning down there to make the play. And then all bets are off.
Yeah. Good luck at the bottom of that pile, Jason.
Well, Eric Hunter was the guy who came away with the prize. The rookie out of Morgan State.
Just said his name. That's crazy.
You got to do what you got to do at the bottom of the pile to get that football.
There is an initial signal for Washington, TJ, and then the Lions come up with it.
These refs are cheating.
Downstairs,
Cheaters.
Hunter.
He's really been leaning on Trevor Nowaski since coming to the Lions from Morgan State, because Nowaski was in a similar situation. He came from a smaller school, Saginaw Valley State,
Lions got the
and
ball.
then broke in to the NFL. And Hunter told me he's been a great role model and a
All right, this
great
is one of our
influence,
biggest
and he
weaknesses
keeps
last
my
year.
head up on days where it's not as hot.
We would get turnovers. We wouldn't get points.
That is a great
Have to come away with 3.
Hunter, by the way,
That's a
was
guarantee.
State
I want to see a
winner
touchdown
in the
right now.
400
If I was
meter
Petsy, I would have taken a
period,
shot right at the end zone.
coming out of the state.
Why not?
Timeout.
Yeah, 2 away the timeout for Washington. They're going to try and get the ball back.
Hunter's holding that ball. He ain't letting it up.
Fun fact is that he can play 5 different instruments: the stand-up bass, piano, and 3 drumline instruments. And his
That you?
relationship with music really
That you,
started
Hunter?
with him and his dad. They would rap together. And there's a memory he told me he will never forget, and it's his favorite one. When he was 12 years old, his dad brought him into the recording studio.
That's kinda
and
cool,
he
man.
fell in love with making and producing music rather than rapping it. And it also played a part in his nickname that he got in college. He wore the number 40. His name is obviously Eric. And there's a rapper named E40. So that's what everyone
E40. I love, man. I was saying that the other day. I'm surprised he even knows who E40 is, but his dad clearly does.
The stand-up bass is a cool instrument, by the way. That was huge.
It's huge. There you go.
Straight ahead, it is Blackshear, and he is a yard short of the line to gain as we move down to the 2-minute warning. You said off the top of the show, turnovers would be important. The Lions get one late, trying to put away a win behind Eric Hunter.
Hurry in for a great.
Hell yeah, it does, man. Into the trophy case for Eric Hunter. Just said his name, man. His ears are buzzing. We got to get rid of this pizza. Lions going to pull this one out. Come on. Looks like we got about 10 more minutes in the game. It looks like we're on about a 10-minute delay or something, because this is telling me that this game is going to end at 3:04:59. So we got about 10 minutes to go, and we're going to switch over to the post game. Oh my bad. Sorry.
Thirteen, 2 yards to get on third down. The Lions are driving into the Heinz red zone. And a chance here to put this away. Washington down to 2
Heinz
timeouts.
red zone. We have
down,
a
it's pretty
sponsor
much
of the red zone this
all
year.
over.
I guess
Just
so.
got to communicate up front. No free runners. I'm handing this ball off. If I'm Luke Altmaier, try to push that pile to see if you can get across that first down line.
Blackshear, the tailback. He'll run left. He gets strung out.
Oh, find a crease.
And is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Darius Rush was in on the stop. And it is fourth down. The Commanders will use their second timeout.
Thomas, I think you're a little bit ahead of me, man.
Bit too much penetration there in the interior of
Don't
that
give it away.
line. I don't think that play was designed. Campbell's not
Dan
happy
Campbell's
with somebody.
pissed.
I don't know who he was yelling at, but that play was not designed to bounce. I think Blackshear just had really no choice.
Yeah, it looked like it.
To bounce that just with the penetration that you had on the inside. But
Wonder why he
fourth
took
down here,
Travion Williams out, man. He was having the better
Try
day.
to draw him off sides. See if you can pick up that free first down. If not, hey, go make a play.
Here we go. 4th and 2. We're going for it.
Altmaier, the rookie quarterback, the 23-year-old
Hard count. No hard count.
Will hand it off.
Oh, and he got it. First down.
Blackshear got there. Enough drive from the offensive line to move the sticks. And with just one timeout left, Washington will just have to wear it. First down Lions.
That's going to do it. And Dan Quinn took the headset off. Not going to waste his last time out. Coach Campbell, I think both coaches
Free of their
understand here.
headsets.
Hey, picked up the. Hey, if you're Washington, hey, you'd love to get the ball back, obviously, for some valuable 2-minute reps. But this is one where, hey, good job, boys, picking up the first down. Take a knee, sit on it, go get some water, go debrief. It's a good win.
It is a good win. That was mutually agreed upon headset removal by the two coaches. They looked at each other, and then that was it when Dan Quinn decided not
All right,
to
that's
use the
ball game.
timeout.
We're going to roll
Hey,
right
the
over
Lions
into the
defense
post.
today.
Post-game reaction and conversation.
Especially with how the offense started the game, right? Fumble.
That's going to do it. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. Jared Goff delivers against his former team. Now all they have to do is take a knee 3 times, and this game will be over.
That's right, baby. This game will be over, according to Dan Miller. Let's roll. We're going to get into the post game. Appreciate y'all joining me for the live stream. Do me a favor on the way out. Like, share, subscribe, hype, do the thing. Drop some comments, and we'll see you guys very shortly. Maybe.
Pressured by Hutchinson. He goes down again.
All right. Home win.